Imagine waking up every morning with a clear mind, unshaken by the chaos of the world, and ready to face whatever the day brings with calm confidence. Picture a life where external circumstances no longer dictate your inner peace, where you are no longer a prisoner of your emotions, but the master of your own fate. This is the power of Stoicism. In a world that often feels overwhelming, filled with constant noise and distractions, many of us find ourselves struggling to keep our heads above water. The pressures of daily life, the endless stream of information, and the weight of our own expectations can leave us feeling lost and disconnected. We chase after happiness, success, and peace, but these goals seem to slip further away the harder we try to grasp them. But what if the key to true freedom and lasting happiness isn't found in chasing more, but in seeking less? What if the secret lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering the world within us? This is where Stoicism comes in, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, offering wisdom that is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. At its core, Stoicism is about recognizing what we can control and what we cannot. It teaches us to focus on our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes, rather than being swept away by the unpredictable waves of life. It's about cultivating an inner fortress, a place of unshakable calm and strength, regardless of what storms may rage outside. Think of the moments when life has tested you, when you've faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, or when you've been hurt by the actions of others. In those moments, it's easy to feel powerless, as though you are at the mercy of forces beyond your control. But Stoicism offers a different perspective. It shows us that while we may not have power over everything that happens to us, we do have the power to choose how we respond. This choice is where true freedom lies. It's the freedom to remain calm in the face of adversity, to act with virtue even when others do not, and to find peace in knowing that you have done your best, no matter the outcome. It's the freedom to let go of what you cannot control and focus on what you can, your thoughts, your actions, and your character. Imagine living a life where you are no longer controlled by fear, anger, or anxiety. A life where you can face each day with a sense of purpose and clarity, knowing that whatever comes your way, you have the tools to handle it with grace and strength. This is the promise of Stoicism. But Stoicism is not just a philosophy to be read and admired. It is a way of life. It requires practice, dedication, and a willingness to look within and make changes. It challenges us to examine our habits, question our assumptions, and confront our fears. It asks us to let go of the things that do not serve us and to embrace a mindset that is focused on what truly matters. As you embark on this journey, you will discover that Stoicism is not about denying your emotions or becoming detached from the world. Rather, it is about understanding your emotions, learning from them, and not allowing them to control you. It's about being fully engaged in life, but with a sense of detachment that allows you to remain grounded and centered. The road to true freedom is not always easy. It requires us to confront our own weaknesses and limitations, to face the truths we may have been avoiding, and to take responsibility for our own lives. But the rewards are profound. By embracing Stoicism, you will find a sense of inner peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. You will develop a resilience that allows you to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward, no matter what obstacles you encounter. Consider the wisdom of the Stoic philosophers who have walked this path before us, figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Their teachings have guided countless individuals through the trials and tribulations of life, offering a beacon of light in even the darkest times. Their words remind us that we are not alone in our struggles and that the challenges we face are opportunities for growth and self-improvement. In today's fast-paced world, where instant gratification and superficial success are often valued above all else, Stoicism offers a refreshing counterbalance. It encourages us to slow down, to reflect, and to focus on what truly matters. It teaches us that true success is not measured by wealth, fame, or power, but by the strength of our character and the quality of our lives. As you delve deeper into the principles of Stoicism, you will begin to see the world in a new light. You will start to notice how much time and energy you have spent worrying about things that are beyond your control, and how liberating it is to let go of those worries. You will discover the power of gratitude, of being thankful for what you have rather than lamenting what you lack. And you will learn to appreciate the beauty of simplicity, finding contentment in the present moment rather than always striving for more. This journey is not about achieving perfection, but about making progress. It's about taking small steps each day to become a better version of yourself. It's about recognizing that true freedom is not something that can be given or taken away by others. It is something that you create within yourself. As you read on, you will find practical guidance and timeless wisdom that you can apply to your own life. Whether you are looking to overcome challenges, improve your relationships, or simply find more peace and clarity, the principles of Stoicism can help you get there. By embracing this philosophy, you will equip yourself with the tools needed to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, resilience, and unwavering inner strength. So, as you embark on this journey, remember that true freedom is not a destination, but a way of being. It is a state of mind that you can cultivate every day, no matter what circumstances you face. It is the freedom to live a life of purpose, to act with integrity, and to find joy in the present moment. And it is a journey that begins with you. As you rise each morning, there is a profound opportunity to sculpt your day, your mind, and ultimately your life. In a world that often feels chaotic and out of control, the morning hours provide a sanctuary, a time to reclaim your power and set the course for how you will navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead. By grounding yourself in Stoic practices, you cultivate a mind that is not only strong, but also resilient, capable of withstanding the pressures of life while remaining calm and focused. One of the most powerful ways to begin your day is with the practice of stillness. In the quiet moments before the world wakes up, allow yourself to simply be. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your lungs, and allow your mind to settle into the present moment. This practice of stillness is not about emptying your mind, but rather about creating space within it, space to observe your thoughts without judgment, to connect with your inner self, and to prepare your mind for the day ahead. In the stillness, you may notice a flurry of thoughts racing through your mind, plans for the day, worries about the future, reflections on the past. Rather than getting caught up in these thoughts, practice observing them from a distance. Imagine them as clouds passing across the sky of your mind, there for a moment, but not permanent. This detachment from your thoughts is a key principle of Stoicism. It reminds you that while you cannot always control what thoughts arise, you can choose how you respond to them. Stillness in the morning sets the tone for a day of mindfulness and presence. It grounds you in the reality of the moment, allowing you to carry that sense of calm awareness with you throughout the day. This practice helps you to remain centered and composed, no matter what challenges arise. It is in this space of stillness that you can begin to cultivate the mental strength that is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Following your practice of stillness, reflection becomes a natural extension of your morning routine. Reflection is not about dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, but about setting intentions for the day ahead. As you sit in the quiet of the morning, take a few moments to consider what lies ahead. What challenges might you face today? What opportunities for growth and learning are on the horizon? How do you want to show up in the world today? This practice of reflection is an essential part of Stoicism. It encourages you to approach each day with intention, rather than being carried along by the whims of circumstance. By taking the time to reflect on your day, you can identify the areas where you need to focus your energy and attention. You can also prepare yourself mentally for any challenges that might arise, considering how you will respond in a way that aligns with your values. For example, if you anticipate a difficult conversation at work or a stressful situation at home, reflection allows you to mentally rehearse how you will approach these situations with calm and composure. You might visualize yourself responding with patience and understanding, even if others do not. This mental preparation helps to reduce anxiety and ensures that you are ready to handle whatever comes your way with grace and dignity. Reflection also provides an opportunity to reconnect with your purpose. In the busyness of life, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But by setting aside time each morning to reflect on your goals, values, and aspirations, you remind yourself of the bigger picture. This perspective helps you to stay focused on what is important, rather than getting caught up in the distractions and trivialities that so often consume our time and energy. Gratitude is another cornerstone of a Stoic-inspired morning routine. It is a practice that shifts your focus from what is lacking in your life to what is abundant. In the quiet of the morning, take a moment to acknowledge the blessings that surround you. This could be as simple as appreciating the comfort of your bed, the warmth of a loved one's embrace, or the beauty of the sunrise. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the dissatisfaction that so often plagues us, reminding us that we already have more than enough to be content. The Stoics believed in cultivating an attitude of gratitude as a way to maintain a sense of perspective and balance. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a mindset of abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect, but rather choosing to recognize the positive aspects of your life, even in the midst of difficulties. Gratitude helps to anchor you in the present moment, fostering a sense of peace and contentment that can carry you through the day. As you practice gratitude each morning, consider writing down 3 things you are grateful for. This simple act can have a profound impact on your mindset. By making gratitude a daily habit, you train your mind to focus on the positive rather than getting bogged down in negativity or worry. Over time, you may find that this practice helps to reduce stress and anxiety while increasing your overall sense of well-being. The next practice to incorporate into your morning routine is simplicity. In a world that often values complexity and busyness, there is a quiet power in embracing simplicity. This doesn't mean stripping your life of all its richness, but rather focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the rest. By simplifying your morning routine, you create space for the practices that nourish your mind and soul, without getting caught up in the noise and distractions of modern life. Simplicity in your morning routine might mean choosing a few key practices that resonate with you, rather than trying to cram in as much as possible. It could mean taking a moment to enjoy your breakfast mindfully rather than rushing through it, or spending a few minutes in nature, appreciating the beauty around you. The key is to create a routine that feels both grounding and sustainable, one that you can maintain over the long term. The Stoics believed in living a life of simplicity and moderation. They recognized that true happiness and fulfillment come not from accumulating more, but from appreciating what we already have. By simplifying your morning routine, you align yourself with this principle, creating a foundation of clarity and focus that will serve you throughout the day. Visualization is another powerful tool to include in your morning routine. It is a practice that allows you to mentally prepare for the day ahead, envisioning how you will navigate the challenges and opportunities that come your way. Visualization is not about creating a fantasy world, but about rehearsing your mindset and responses in a way that aligns with your values and goals. As you sit quietly in the morning, take a few moments to visualize your day. See yourself moving through your tasks with ease and confidence, handling challenges with grace and resilience. Imagine yourself responding to stress with calm and composure, staying focused on what truly matters. Visualization helps to reinforce the mental strength you have been cultivating, giving you a clear sense of how you want to show up in the world. This practice of visualization is particularly powerful when you combine it with reflection and intention setting. By visualizing the day ahead in a positive and proactive way, you set the stage for success. You mentally prepare yourself to handle whatever comes your way, reducing the likelihood of being caught off guard or overwhelmed. Visualization helps to build your confidence and resilience, ensuring that you are ready to face the day with a strong and focused mind. Mindfulness is another essential component of a Stoic-inspired morning routine. It is a practice that involves staying present in each moment, fully engaging with whatever you are doing. Whether you are brushing your teeth, eating breakfast, or commuting to work, mindfulness encourages you to slow down and pay attention to the here and now. Mindfulness is not about trying to block out thoughts or emotions, but rather about observing them without judgment. It is a practice of acceptance, allowing yourself to be fully present in the moment without getting caught up in the past or worrying about the future. This practice helps to quiet the mind and create a sense of inner peace, making it easier to stay focused and centered throughout the day. Incorporating mindfulness into your morning routine can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before you start your day, or paying attention to the sensations in your body as you go through your routine. By staying present in the moment, you reduce the stress and anxiety that often come from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Mindfulness helps you to remain grounded and calm no matter what the day brings. Journaling is another powerful tool to include in your morning routine. In the quiet of the morning, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts, intentions, and reflections. This practice helps you to clear your mind, set your goals for the day, and process any lingering emotions from the day before. Journaling is a way to connect with your inner self, to understand your thoughts and feelings, and to set a positive tone for the day ahead. Journaling allows you to explore your thoughts and emotions in a safe and private space. It provides an opportunity to reflect on your experiences, identify patterns, and gain insights into your behavior and mindset. By writing down your intentions for the day, you create a sense of accountability and focus, ensuring that you stay aligned with your goals and values. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for self-discovery and growth. As you write, you may uncover deeper truths about yourself, your desires, and your motivations. This self-awareness is essential for cultivating mental strength and resilience, as it allows you to identify areas for improvement and take proactive steps towards personal growth. Finally, as you prepare to step out into the world, take a moment to affirm your values. Remind yourself of what matters most to you, whether it's integrity, compassion, resilience, or something else entirely. These values are the compass that will guide you through the day, helping you to make decisions that align with your true self. By affirming your values each morning, you strengthen your commitment to living a life of purpose and meaning. Affirming your values is not just about reciting a list of principles, but about truly embodying them in your thoughts, actions, and decisions. It's about staying true to yourself, even when faced with challenges or temptations. By grounding yourself in your values each morning, you ensure that you are living in alignment with your highest self, making choices that reflect your deepest beliefs and aspirations. As you move through your day, these values will serve as a guiding light, helping you to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Whether you are faced with a difficult decision, a challenging situation, or an unexpected opportunity, your values will provide the foundation for your actions and responses. These morning practices, stillness, reflection, gratitude, simplicity, visualization, mindfulness, journaling, and value affirmation, are more than just routines. They are the building blocks of a strong, resilient mind. By dedicating time each morning to these practices, you cultivate the mental strength that allows you to navigate life with grace and ease. You begin each day with intention, grounded in what truly matters, and carry that strength with you throughout the day. As you continue to embrace these practices, you'll find that they become a natural part of your morning routine, setting the tone for the day ahead. You'll wake up each day with a sense of anticipation, knowing that you have the tools to navigate whatever comes your way with grace and strength. And in this, you'll discover the true freedom that comes from living a life aligned with your values, guided by the principles of Stoicism. Through these morning practices, you build a mental fortress, a place of calm and clarity that remains steady no matter what storms arise. You begin each day not with a sense of dread or anxiety, but with a calm confidence that comes from knowing you are prepared, grounded, and ready for whatever comes your way. This is the essence of true freedom, the freedom to choose how you respond to life's challenges, to remain calm in the face of adversity, and to live each day with a sense of purpose and peace. By integrating these practices into your morning routine, you'll find that the challenges of the day are met with a sense of calm resilience. You'll move through the world with a steady focus, unshaken by the chaos around you, and grounded in the strength you've cultivated within. This is the power of a Stoic-inspired morning routine, an opportunity to start each day with intention, to strengthen your mind, and to build the foundation for a life of true freedom. As you continue to practice these morning routines, they will become the bedrock of your daily life. Each morning, you will be reminded of the strength you hold within, the ability to face whatever comes your way with calm determination. You will notice a shift in how you approach your days, no longer reacting to the world around you, but proactively setting the tone for how you will engage with it. This mindset, nurtured in the quiet moments of the morning, will serve you throughout your day. You will find that you are less easily swayed by the opinions of others, more confident in your decisions, and more resilient in the face of setbacks. The mental strength you cultivate each morning becomes a shield against the negativity and distractions that so often derail our best intentions. In these moments, you are not just preparing for the day ahead, you are laying the groundwork for a lifetime of mental resilience. The practices you develop in the morning carry over into all aspects of your life, helping you to remain focused, calm, and grounded, no matter what challenges you face. This is the true essence of Stoic wisdom, not just a philosophy to be studied, but a way of life to be lived each day. The strength you build in the morning is not just for that day. It accumulates over time, becoming a deep well of inner resilience that you can draw upon whenever needed. Each morning, you add another layer to this foundation, reinforcing the mindset that allows you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. Over time, you will find that you are more adaptable, more patient, and more at peace with the world around you. As you continue to cultivate these practices, you may also find that your perspective on life begins to shift. The things that once seemed so important may begin to lose their grip on you, replaced by a deeper understanding of what truly matters. The noise of the world fades away, and in its place you find a quiet strength, a sense of purpose that guides your actions and decisions. This is the true freedom that Stoicism offers, not freedom from the challenges of life, but freedom in how you choose to meet them. It is the freedom to live each day with intention, to remain steadfast in your values, and to approach life with a calm and resilient mind. By embracing these morning practices, you are not just preparing for the day ahead. You are preparing for life, building the mental strength that will carry you through whatever comes your way. As you wake each morning, let these practices be your guide. Begin with stillness, reflect on your day, give thanks for the blessings in your life, and simplify your routine. Visualize your day with intention, stay mindful in each moment, and journal your thoughts and goals. Finally, affirm your values, grounding yourself in the principles that guide your life. These practices, simple yet profound, will transform your mornings and, in turn, your entire life. The morning is a powerful time, a time to set the tone for the day and to build the mental strength that will carry you through it. By dedicating this time to these Stoic practices, you are cultivating a mindset that allows you to face life with calm, resilience, and purpose. As the morning unfolds and you step into the rhythm of the day, the mental strength you've cultivated through your morning practices serves as your foundation. But as the hours progress and the world around you becomes more demanding, how do you maintain that sense of calm and focus? How do you navigate the inevitable distractions, challenges, and pressures without losing your center? The answer lies in the timeless wisdom of Stoic principles that guide not just your mornings, but every moment of your life. Imagine carrying that same sense of calm and clarity from your morning routine into the hustle and bustle of the day, being able to approach each task with a clear mind, make decisions with confidence, and face challenges without being overwhelmed. This is not about perfection or living a life free from difficulties, but about cultivating an inner state of peace and focus that remains steady no matter what life throws your way. The teachings of the Stoics offer us a roadmap to achieve this, providing essential rules that help us stay grounded and centered. These rules are not rigid commandments, but guiding principles that help us navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. They remind us of the power we have within to choose our responses, to maintain our focus on what truly matters, and to cultivate a deep sense of peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. One of the most powerful Stoic rules to embrace is the practice of focusing only on what you can control. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the things we cannot change, whether it's the actions of others, the outcome of events, or even the state of the world at large. But the Stoics teach us that peace comes from recognizing the limits of our control and focusing our energy on what we can influence: our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. By narrowing your focus to what is within your control, you free yourself from the anxiety and frustration that comes from trying to change the unchangeable. This rule invites you to take responsibility for your own life, to stop blaming external forces for your difficulties, and to instead focus on how you can respond to them in a way that aligns with your values. It's a powerful reminder that while you may not control the world, you do control your own mind, and in that lies the key to true peace. Another rule that fosters peace and focus is the practice of accepting things as they are. This doesn't mean resignation or giving up on making positive changes, but rather approaching life with a mindset of acceptance. The Stoics believed that much of our suffering comes from resisting reality, wishing that things were different, or fighting against the way things are. By practicing acceptance, you learn to work with life as it is, rather than expending energy on wishing it were different. Acceptance is about embracing the present moment with all its imperfections and challenges and finding peace within it. It's about recognizing that while you may not have control over what happens, you do have control over how you perceive and respond to it. This shift in perspective allows you to remain calm and focused, even in the face of adversity, because you are no longer wasting energy on resistance. Instead, you are able to channel that energy into constructive action, finding solutions and making the best of whatever situation you are in. Another Stoic rule that can help you cultivate peace and focus is the practice of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean apathy or indifference, but rather a healthy separation from the outcome of your actions. The Stoics taught that while we should strive to do our best in everything we do, we should not be overly attached to the results. This is because the outcome is often beyond our control, influenced by countless factors that we cannot predict or manage. By practicing detachment, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil that comes from being overly invested in outcomes. You learn to find satisfaction in the effort itself, in knowing that you have done your best, regardless of the result. This mindset allows you to stay focused on the task at hand, without being distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. It's a powerful way to cultivate inner peace, because you are no longer tied to the ups and downs of external events, but are instead grounded in your own actions and intentions. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of living according to your values. This rule is about aligning your actions with your deepest beliefs and ensuring that you are living in a way that is true to yourself. When your actions are in alignment with your values, you experience a sense of integrity and wholeness that is essential for inner peace. You are no longer torn between conflicting desires or tempted by short-term gains that compromise your long-term goals. Instead, you move through life with a sense of purpose and clarity, knowing that you are living in accordance with what truly matters to you. Living according to your values also helps you stay focused, because it provides a clear framework for making decisions. When faced with a choice, you can ask yourself whether it aligns with your values and use that as a guide for your actions. This simplifies decision-making and reduces the mental clutter that often comes from trying to weigh competing priorities. It also ensures that you are spending your time and energy on what is most important, rather than getting caught up in distractions or trivial pursuits. Another essential Stoic rule is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in each moment, paying attention to what is happening around you and within you, without judgment or distraction. The Stoics believed that mindfulness was key to maintaining peace and focus, because it allows you to engage with life as it is, rather than being lost in thoughts about the past or future. Mindfulness helps you to stay grounded in the present moment, where your power lies. It allows you to respond to situations with clarity and intention, rather than reacting out of habit or emotion. By practicing mindfulness, you can reduce stress and anxiety, improve your focus, and cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace. This rule reminds us that life is happening right now, in this moment, and that by being fully present, we can experience it more fully and live more intentionally. Another Stoic principle that fosters peace and focus is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is about recognizing and appreciating the good in your life, even in the midst of difficulties. The Stoics believed that by cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you could shift your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, and in doing so, create a sense of contentment and peace. Gratitude helps you to stay focused on the positive aspects of your life, rather than getting caught up in negativity or worry. It reminds you that even in challenging times, there is still much to be thankful for, and that by focusing on these blessings, you can create a more positive and resilient mindset. Gratitude also encourages you to appreciate the present moment, rather than always striving for more or dwelling on what you don't have. Another Stoic rule that can help you cultivate peace and focus is the practice of moderation. The Stoics believed in living a life of balance and moderation, avoiding extremes in both thought and action. This rule is about finding the middle ground in all aspects of life, whether it's in your work, your relationships, or your personal habits. By practicing moderation, you can avoid the stress and burnout that often come from pushing yourself too hard, and instead create a more sustainable and balanced way of living. Moderation also helps you to stay focused on what is truly important, rather than getting caught up in excess or indulgence. It encourages you to simplify your life, to focus on what truly matters, and to avoid the distractions that can pull you off course. This rule reminds us that more is not always better, and that by practicing moderation, we can create a more peaceful and focused life. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of resilience. Resilience is about the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges, to stay strong and focused even in the face of adversity. The Stoics believed that resilience was key to maintaining inner peace, because it allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and strength. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them head-on and finding ways to overcome them. It's about staying true to your values and principles, even when things get tough, and finding the strength within you to keep going. By cultivating resilience, you can stay focused on your goals, even in the face of obstacles, and maintain a sense of peace and purpose, no matter what life throws your way. Another Stoic rule that fosters peace and focus is the practice of self-discipline. Self-discipline is about the ability to control your impulses and stay focused on your long-term goals. The Stoics believed that self-discipline was essential for inner peace, because it allows you to avoid the distractions and temptations that can pull you off course. Self-discipline is about making choices that align with your values and goals, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. It's about staying true to yourself and resisting the urge to give in to short-term pleasures or distractions. By practicing self-discipline, you can stay focused on what truly matters and avoid the mental clutter and stress that often come from giving in to temptation. Finally, the Stoics believed in the importance of cultivating a sense of purpose. Purpose is about having a clear sense of direction in life, knowing what you want to achieve, and taking steps towards that goal. The Stoics believed that purpose was essential for inner peace, because it gives your life meaning and direction and helps you stay focused on what truly matters. Having a sense of purpose allows you to navigate life with clarity and intention. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning and a sense of motivation to keep going, even when things get tough. Purpose helps you to stay focused on your goals and to avoid the distractions and temptations that can pull you off course. By cultivating a sense of purpose, you can create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with your deepest values. As you integrate these Stoic principles into your daily life, you'll find that they help you to maintain a sense of peace and focus, even in the midst of life's challenges. These rules are not about achieving perfection, but about cultivating a mindset that allows you to navigate life with grace, wisdom, and resilience. By embracing these principles, you create a foundation for a life of true peace and focus, grounded in the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. As the day unfolds and you encounter the inevitable challenges and distractions, let these Stoic principles guide you. Remember that peace and focus are not things that happen to you, but things that you create within yourself. By practicing these rules, you can navigate life with a sense of calm and clarity, no matter what the world throws your way. The journey towards a peaceful and focused life is not always easy, but it is one of the most rewarding paths you can take. By grounding yourself in these Stoic principles, you create a life that is not only resilient in the face of challenges, but also deeply fulfilling. You learn to find peace within yourself, to stay focused on what truly matters, and to live in alignment with your values. As you continue to practice these rules, you'll find that they become a natural part of your daily life. You'll wake up each morning with a sense of purpose and direction, knowing that you have the tools to navigate whatever comes your way with grace and strength. And in this, you'll discover the true peace and focus that come from living a life aligned with the principles of Stoicism. These principles are more than just abstract ideas. They are practical tools that can transform the way you live. By embracing them, you can create a life that is not only peaceful and focused, but also deeply fulfilling. You learn to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, to stay true to your values, and to find meaning and purpose in everything you do. As you move through your day, let these principles guide you. Focus on what you can control, accept things as they are, practice detachment, live according to your values, and stay mindful of the present moment. Cultivate gratitude, practice moderation, build resilience, develop self-discipline, and find your purpose. These are the keys to a peaceful and focused life, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you create a foundation for true peace and focus. You learn to navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm and clarity, to stay true to your values, and to find meaning and purpose in everything you do. This is the essence of a peaceful and focused life, a life that is not only resilient in the face of challenges, but also deeply fulfilling. And it all begins with the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. As you begin to weave the principles of Stoicism into your daily life, cultivating peace and focus, you may start to notice certain habits that hold you back, habits that distract, drain, and derail your progress. These unproductive patterns are often subtle, creeping into your routine unnoticed, yet they have a profound impact on your ability to live with clarity and purpose. To truly embrace the Stoic path and achieve your goals in 2024, it's essential to confront these habits head-on and make the deliberate choice to let them go. Imagine what your life could look like if you shed the habits that no longer serve you. Picture the freedom of moving through your days unburdened by the weight of procrastination, distraction, or negativity. The journey to becoming your best self isn't just about adopting new practices, but also about shedding the old patterns that hinder your growth. It's about making room for the qualities and behaviors that align with the life you want to create. In the teachings of Stoicism, the pursuit of excellence is a central theme. The Stoics believed that each of us has the potential to reach our highest state of being, but this requires a commitment to continuous self-improvement. Part of this journey involves identifying the habits that are counterproductive, those that waste time, sap energy, and keep us from living fully in alignment with our values. By recognizing and eliminating these habits, you can create the space needed to cultivate the virtues and practices that lead to a life of purpose, peace, and progress. One of the most common unproductive habits is procrastination. We've all experienced the lure of putting off tasks until later, convincing ourselves that we'll be more motivated or have more time in the future. But procrastination is a thief of time, robbing you of the opportunity to accomplish your goals and causing unnecessary stress as deadlines loom closer. The Stoics teach us that the present moment is all we truly have, and delaying action only adds to the burden we carry. To break free from procrastination, start by breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Focus on taking action, no matter how small, and remind yourself that progress is made one step at a time. By confronting tasks head-on, you reclaim your time and reduce the mental clutter that procrastination creates. Another habit that can derail your progress is the constant pursuit of perfection. Perfectionism often masquerades as a desire for excellence, but in reality, it can be paralyzing. It leads to endless tweaking, second-guessing, and an inability to complete tasks. The Stoics remind us that nothing in life is perfect, and striving for perfection is not only unrealistic, but also counterproductive. Instead, aim for progress, not perfection. Embrace the idea that done is better than perfect, and recognize that mistakes and imperfections are part of the learning process. By letting go of perfectionism, you free yourself to take action and make meaningful strides towards your goals. Distraction is another habit that can severely impact your productivity and focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from the constant ping of notifications on your phone to the endless stream of information online. These distractions not only consume your time, but also fragment your attention, making it difficult to stay focused on what truly matters. The Stoics valued the practice of mindfulness and being fully present in the moment. To combat distraction, create a focused environment by eliminating or minimizing the sources of distraction around you. Set specific times for checking emails or social media, and practice the discipline of single tasking, focusing on one task at a time until it is complete. By reducing distractions, you create the mental space needed to concentrate on your priorities. Negative self-talk is another unproductive habit that can undermine your confidence and progress. The way you speak to yourself has a powerful impact on your mindset and actions. If you constantly criticize yourself, doubt your abilities, or focus on your shortcomings, you create a mental environment that is hostile to growth. The Stoics teach us the importance of cultivating a healthy inner dialogue, one that is rooted in truth and aligned with our values. To overcome negative self-talk, practice self-compassion and challenge negative thoughts when they arise. Replace them with affirmations that reinforce your strengths and potential. By shifting your inner dialogue, you create a mindset that supports rather than sabotages your efforts. Another habit to consider eliminating is overthinking. While reflection and analysis are valuable, overthinking can lead to paralysis by analysis, where you become so consumed by possibilities and outcomes that you struggle to take action. The Stoics emphasize the importance of taking decisive action and focusing on what is within your control. To combat overthinking, set time limits for decision-making and trust in your ability to handle whatever outcomes arise. Remember that you can't predict every variable, and sometimes the best course of action is to simply move forward with the information you have. By letting go of overthinking, you free yourself to make decisions with confidence and clarity. Complaining is another habit that can drain your energy and focus. It's easy to fall into the trap of complaining about circumstances, people, or challenges, but this habit does little to improve your situation. In fact, it often amplifies your sense of dissatisfaction and helplessness. The Stoics teach us to accept what we cannot change and to focus on our responses instead. Instead of complaining, practice gratitude and constructive problem-solving. When you encounter a challenge, ask yourself what you can learn from it and how you can respond in a way that aligns with your values. By shifting from complaining to constructive action, you reclaim your power and energy. Another unproductive habit that hinders progress is comparing yourself to others. In a world where social media constantly showcases the highlights of others' lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. But comparison is the thief of joy, and it can leave you feeling inadequate or envious. The Stoics remind us that each person's path is unique, and the only comparison worth making is with your past self. Focus on your own growth and progress, and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. By letting go of comparison, you free yourself to focus on your own journey and find fulfillment in your own progress. A habit that often goes unnoticed but can have a significant impact on your productivity is the tendency to multitask. While it might seem like multitasking is an efficient way to get more done, research shows that it actually reduces your productivity and the quality of your work. The Stoics valued mindfulness and being fully present in whatever you are doing. To break the habit of multitasking, practice single-tasking, giving your full attention to one task at a time. This approach not only improves your focus, but also allows you to complete tasks more efficiently and with greater satisfaction. Another habit that can hinder your progress is the avoidance of discomfort. It's natural to seek comfort and avoid pain, but growth often requires stepping outside of your comfort zone. The Stoics believed in embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and developing resilience through adversity. Instead of avoiding discomfort, confront it head-on and see it as a necessary part of the journey towards your goals. Whether it's having a difficult conversation, taking on a new challenge, or pushing through a tough workout, embrace the discomfort and trust that it is helping you grow stronger. By facing discomfort with courage, you expand your comfort zone and open yourself up to new possibilities. Procrastination, perfectionism, distraction, negative self-talk, overthinking, complaining, comparison, multitasking, and the avoidance of discomfort. These habits may seem small, but collectively, they can have a profound impact on your ability to live a focused and purposeful life. The Stoics teach us that true freedom comes from within, and part of that freedom is the ability to choose which habits and behaviors we allow into our lives. As you move forward into 2024, take the time to identify the unproductive habits that are holding you back. Reflect on how these habits impact your daily life, your mindset, and your ability to achieve your goals. Consider how letting go of these habits could create space for new, more productive behaviors that align with your values and support your growth. The process of letting go of unproductive habits is not always easy, but it is one of the most powerful steps you can take towards becoming the person you want to be. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to continuous improvement. But the rewards are profound. By shedding these habits, you free yourself to live with greater clarity, focus, and purpose. You create the space needed to cultivate the qualities that lead to a life of fulfillment and peace. Remember that this journey is not about perfection, but about progress. The Stoics teach us that self-improvement is a lifelong pursuit, and that the path to excellence is paved with small, consistent steps. As you work to eliminate these unproductive habits, be patient with yourself and celebrate the progress you make along the way. As you continue to apply the principles of Stoicism to your daily life, you'll find that the process of letting go of these habits becomes easier over time. With each habit you release, you create more space for growth, and you strengthen your ability to live in alignment with your values. This is the essence of the Stoic path, a commitment to continuous self-improvement grounded in the pursuit of virtue and excellence. As you embark on this journey, remember that the habits you choose to cultivate or eliminate have a direct impact on the quality of your life. By choosing to let go of unproductive habits, you take a powerful step towards living with greater intention, focus, and purpose. You reclaim your time, your energy, and your power to shape your life according to your highest values. The year ahead is full of potential, and the choices you make now will determine the path you take. By identifying and eliminating the habits that no longer serve you, you set the stage for a year of growth, achievement, and fulfillment. This is your opportunity to create the life you want, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and fueled by your own commitment to excellence. As you continue on this path, remember that true freedom is not about doing whatever you want, but about making choices that align with your highest values and support your growth. It's about living with intention and purpose, and about choosing the habits that will help you become the person you want to be. By letting go of unproductive habits and embracing the practices that lead to growth, you create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and peace. The process of identifying and eliminating unproductive habits is not just about making changes in the short term, but about creating lasting transformation. It's about building a foundation for a life of continuous growth and self-improvement. As you move forward into 2024, let this be the year that you commit to shedding the habits that no longer serve you and embracing the practices that will help you achieve your goals. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress. The Stoics teach us that true excellence is achieved through consistent effort and a commitment to continuous improvement. As you work to eliminate these unproductive habits, be patient with yourself and celebrate the progress you make along the way. Each step you take brings you closer to the life you want to create, and each habit you release frees you to live with greater clarity, focus, and purpose. As you continue to apply the principles of Stoicism to your daily life, you'll find that the process of letting go of these habits becomes easier over time. With each habit you release, you create more space for growth, and you strengthen your ability to live in alignment with your values. This is the essence of the Stoic path, a commitment to continuous self-improvement grounded in the pursuit of virtue and excellence. As you move forward into 2024, let this be the year that you commit to living with greater intention and purpose. By identifying and eliminating the habits that no longer serve you, you set the stage for a year of growth, achievement, and fulfillment. This is your opportunity to create the life you want, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and fueled by your own commitment to excellence. The choices you make today will determine the path you take tomorrow. By letting go of unproductive habits and embracing the practices that lead to growth, you create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and peace. This is your opportunity to live with greater clarity, focus, and purpose, and to achieve your goals in 2024 and beyond. The journey ahead is full of potential, and the choices you make now will determine the path you take. As you continue on this path, remember that true freedom is not about doing whatever you want, but about making choices that align with your highest values and support your growth. It's about living with intention and purpose, and about choosing the habits that will help you become the person you want to be. By letting go of unproductive habits and embracing the practices that lead to growth, you create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and peace. This is your opportunity to live with greater clarity, focus, and purpose, and to achieve your goals in 2024 and beyond. As you begin to shed the unproductive habits that have held you back, a new space emerges, a space filled with potential, ready to be shaped by deliberate and meaningful practices. With this newfound clarity, the question arises: how can you fill this space with habits that truly empower you, that set the tone for a strong, purposeful day? In the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we find a guide, 6 daily habits drawn from his reflections that can help you build a routine that not only strengthens your mind, but fortifies your spirit against the challenges of life. Imagine starting each day with a sense of calm resolve, your mind clear, your purpose defined. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who ruled with wisdom and humility, offers us timeless practices that can transform the way we approach our daily lives. His writings, rich with insight and practical advice, are not just relics of the past, but powerful tools for navigating the complexities of modern life. By integrating these habits into your daily routine, you can start each day from a place of strength, ready to face whatever comes your way. One of the most profound habits Marcus Aurelius practiced was morning reflection, a practice of mentally preparing for the day ahead. As soon as he woke, he would remind himself that he would encounter people who were difficult, rude, or selfish. Yet, he also reminded himself that these traits arose from ignorance of what is good and evil. By accepting this reality before even stepping out of bed, Marcus fortified his mind against frustration and maintained his composure throughout the day. This habit of morning reflection is about mentally preparing yourself for the challenges ahead, accepting that difficulties will arise, but choosing not to be disturbed by them. It's a powerful way to start your day with a clear and steady mind, unshaken by the actions of others. Another habit central to Marcus Aurelius's daily routine was the practice of focusing on what is within your control. The Stoics believed that peace of mind comes from understanding and accepting the limits of your control. Marcus frequently reminded himself that while he could not control the actions of others or the outcomes of events, he could always control his own thoughts, actions, and responses. By starting each day with this mindset, you empower yourself to navigate life's uncertainties with calm and clarity. This habit encourages you to invest your energy where it matters most, on your own actions and decisions, rather than wasting it on things beyond your influence. It's a habit that fosters resilience and inner peace, grounding you in the knowledge that your power lies within. Marcus Aurelius also emphasized the importance of gratitude. In his writings, he often expressed thanks for the simple things in life: his health, the beauty of nature, the companionship of friends. By cultivating a habit of gratitude each morning, you can shift your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. This practice is not about ignoring difficulties, but about recognizing that even in the midst of challenges, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude helps you start the day with a positive mindset, setting the tone for a day filled with appreciation rather than dissatisfaction. Another habit Marcus Aurelius practiced was the discipline of action, taking decisive steps towards his goals, no matter how small. He understood that the path to progress is not always smooth or easy, but he was committed to moving forward regardless. By adopting this habit, you can start each day with a focus on taking action, no matter how small the steps may seem. This discipline of action helps you to overcome inertia, build momentum, and move steadily towards your goals. It's a reminder that progress is made through consistent effort, and that each small action contributes to the larger picture of your life. The practice of mindfulness was also central to Marcus Aurelius's philosophy. He believed in living fully in the present moment, engaging with life as it is, rather than being lost in thoughts of the past or future. By cultivating mindfulness as a daily habit, you can approach each day with a sense of presence and awareness, fully engaged in whatever you are doing. Mindfulness helps you to stay focused and clear-headed, reducing stress and enhancing your ability to respond to situations with calm and intention. This habit allows you to experience life more fully, appreciating each moment as it comes, rather than letting it pass by unnoticed. Finally, Marcus Aurelius believed in the importance of self-reflection, taking time at the end of each day to review his actions, thoughts, and decisions. This habit of evening reflection is about learning from your experiences, recognizing where you succeeded and where you can improve. By incorporating self-reflection into your daily routine, you can end each day with a sense of closure and understanding. It's a habit that fosters continuous growth and self-improvement, helping you to become more aligned with your values and goals over time. As you integrate these 6 habits into your daily routine, you'll find that they build upon the foundation you've already created, filling the space left by unproductive habits with practices that empower and strengthen you. These habits, inspired by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, offer a blueprint for living each day with intention, focus, and resilience. They are not just actions to be completed, but practices to be embodied, guiding you towards a life of purpose and inner strength. Starting your day with reflection, focusing on what you can control, practicing gratitude, taking decisive action, cultivating mindfulness, and ending the day with self-reflection, these habits create a powerful routine that can transform your daily life. Each habit reinforces the others, creating a cycle of growth and self-improvement that helps you navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. As you continue to practice these habits, you'll find that they become second nature, a natural part of your daily routine that grounds you in the wisdom of Stoicism and empowers you to live each day to its fullest. These habits are not just tools for managing the day-to-day, but are practices that lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace, guiding you towards the life you truly want to live. Incorporating these habits into your life is not about rigidly following a set of rules, but about embracing a way of being that aligns with your highest values. It's about living with intention and purpose, making choices that reflect the person you want to become. By following the guidance of Marcus Aurelius, you can create a daily routine that supports your growth, strengthens your resilience, and helps you navigate life with clarity and confidence. As you integrate these 6 habits into your daily routine, you'll find that they build upon the foundation you've already created, filling the space left by unproductive habits with practices that empower and strengthen you. These habits, inspired by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, offer a blueprint for living each day with intention, focus, and resilience. They are not just actions to be completed, but practices to be embodied, guiding you towards a life of purpose and inner strength. Starting your day with reflection, focusing on what you can control, practicing gratitude, taking decisive action, cultivating mindfulness, and ending the day with self-reflection, these habits create a powerful routine that can transform your daily life. Each habit reinforces the others, creating a cycle of growth and self-improvement that helps you navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. Morning reflection is where it all begins. The habit of reflecting on the day ahead, as Marcus Aurelius did, is not merely a ritual, but a powerful mental exercise. In his meditations, Marcus wrote about the importance of preparing for the day by acknowledging that he would encounter difficult people and situations. By doing so, he fortified his mind against frustration and disappointment, understanding that these challenges are a natural part of life. This habit is about setting realistic expectations and arming yourself with the mental resilience needed to maintain your composure, no matter what comes your way. In your own life, this practice might involve spending a few minutes each morning in quiet contemplation, anticipating potential challenges, and reminding yourself of the Stoic principles that will guide your responses. For example, if you know that you have a challenging meeting or a difficult conversation ahead, you might reflect on how you can approach the situation with patience, understanding, and a focus on what is within your control. This reflection is not about dreading the day, but about mentally preparing yourself to meet it with strength and poise. This habit also encourages you to reconnect with your purpose each morning. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself of the larger purpose behind his actions, the duty he had as a leader, a philosopher, and a human being. By starting each day with a reflection on your purpose, you can align your actions with your values and goals, ensuring that you approach the day with clarity and intention. This might involve thinking about the kind of person you want to be today, the values you want to embody, and the impact you want to have on those around you. Next comes the practice of focusing on what is within your control. This Stoic principle is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining inner peace and mental strength. Marcus Aurelius was acutely aware of the limits of his power, even as an emperor. He understood that while he could not control external events or the actions of others, he always had control over his own thoughts, decisions, and actions. By adopting this mindset, you can free yourself from the anxiety and frustration that come from trying to control the uncontrollable. In practice, this habit might involve regularly reminding yourself to focus on your own actions and reactions rather than getting caught up in external circumstances. For instance, if you encounter a rude or difficult person, instead of letting their behavior affect your mood, you can choose to remain calm and respond with kindness or neutrality. This shift in focus from the external to the internal is incredibly empowering because it puts the responsibility for your peace of mind squarely in your own hands. It's a practice that fosters resilience, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with a sense of calm and confidence. Another crucial habit Marcus Aurelius practiced was gratitude. Despite the weight of his responsibilities and the many challenges he faced, Marcus frequently expressed gratitude for the simple, often overlooked aspects of life. He recognized the importance of appreciating what he had rather than lamenting what he lacked. This practice of gratitude is not just about listing things you are thankful for, but about truly feeling and embracing the sense of abundance in your life, even in the face of adversity. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can transform your mindset, helping you to start each day with a positive outlook. You might begin by acknowledging the basics: your health, the roof over your head, the relationships you cherish. But gratitude can also be extended to the challenges you face, recognizing that they offer opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in perspective from lack to abundance can have profound effects on your overall well-being, reducing stress and increasing your capacity for joy and contentment. To make gratitude a daily habit, consider starting a gratitude journal where you write down a few things you are thankful for each morning. This simple practice can set a positive tone for the day, helping you to approach your tasks with a mindset of appreciation rather than obligation. Over time, this habit can help you to cultivate a more optimistic and resilient outlook on life, even when faced with difficulties. The discipline of action was another cornerstone of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy. He believed in the importance of taking consistent, purposeful action toward his goals, no matter how small the steps might seem. Marcus understood that progress is made through daily effort, and that waiting for the perfect moment to act is often a form of procrastination. This habit of taking action, even when it feels difficult or uncomfortable, is essential for building momentum and achieving your goals. In your own life, this might mean setting small, achievable tasks each day that move you closer to your larger goals. It's about breaking down big projects into manageable steps and committing to taking action, no matter how small, every day. This habit helps to overcome inertia and builds the momentum needed to achieve your objectives. It's a reminder that progress is made through consistent effort, and that each small action contributes to the larger picture of your life. This discipline also involves recognizing when action is needed and when it's time to let go. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of knowing when to act and when to accept that some things are beyond our control. This balance between action and acceptance is a key component of Stoic philosophy, helping you to avoid burnout while still making steady progress toward your goals. Mindfulness, another habit central to Marcus Aurelius's routine, is about fully engaging with the present moment. Marcus believed in the importance of being fully present in whatever he was doing, whether it was a simple task or a complex decision. He understood that the past is gone, the future is uncertain, and the only moment we truly have is now. By practicing mindfulness, you can reduce stress, enhance your focus, and fully appreciate each moment as it comes. To incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine, start by paying attention to your breath, your surroundings, and the sensations in your body. Whether you're eating a meal, having a conversation, or working on a project, try to be fully present in the moment. This practice helps to quiet the mind and allows you to approach your day with a sense of clarity and calm. It's a habit that not only enhances your ability to focus, but also deepens your appreciation for the simple joys of life. Mindfulness also extends to your thoughts and emotions. Marcus Aurelius was a keen observer of his own mind, regularly reflecting on his thoughts and feelings with a sense of detachment. He understood that while we cannot always control our initial reactions, we can control how we choose to respond to them. By practicing mindfulness, you can observe your thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. This allows you to respond to situations with intention rather than reacting out of habit or emotion. Finally, the habit of self-reflection was a daily practice for Marcus Aurelius. At the end of each day, he would take time to review his actions, thoughts, and decisions, asking himself whether he had lived in accordance with his values and whether there was room for improvement. This habit of evening reflection is about learning from your experiences, recognizing where you succeeded and where you can grow. Incorporating self-reflection into your daily routine can help you to stay aligned with your goals and values, ensuring that each day brings you closer to the person you want to become. This might involve journaling about your day, asking yourself what went well, what didn't, and what you can do differently tomorrow. It's a practice that fosters continuous growth and self-improvement, helping you to become more aligned with your values and goals over time. Self-reflection also encourages accountability. By regularly reviewing your actions and decisions, you hold yourself accountable for your progress and identify areas where you can improve. This habit helps you to stay focused on your long-term goals, while also allowing you to celebrate your successes and learn from your mistakes. It's a practice that not only supports personal growth, but also deepens your understanding of yourself and your purpose. As you integrate these 6 habits into your daily routine, you'll find that they build upon each other, creating a powerful framework for living with intention, focus, and resilience. Each habit reinforces the others, helping you to start each day from a place of strength and purpose. Over time, these habits become second nature, guiding your actions and decisions in a way that aligns with your values and goals. These habits are not just tools for managing the day-to-day, but are practices that lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. By following the guidance of Marcus Aurelius, you can create a daily routine that supports your growth, strengthens your resilience, and helps you navigate life with clarity and confidence. Incorporating these habits into your life is not about rigidly following a set of rules, but about embracing a way of being that aligns with your highest values. It's about living with intention and purpose, making choices that reflect the person you want to become. By following the guidance of Marcus Aurelius, you can create a daily routine that supports your growth, strengthens your resilience, and helps you navigate life with clarity and confidence. As you continue to practice these habits, you'll find that they become second nature, a natural part of your daily routine that grounds you in the wisdom of Stoicism and empowers you to live each day to its fullest. These habits are not just tools for managing the day-to-day, but are practices that lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace, guiding you towards the life you truly want to live. Incorporating these habits into your life is not about rigidly following a set of rules, but about embracing a way of being that aligns with your highest values. It's about living with intention and purpose, making choices that reflect the person you want to become. By following the guidance of Marcus Aurelius, you can create a daily routine that supports your growth, strengthens your resilience, and helps you navigate life with clarity and confidence. As you move forward with these habits, remember that the journey is one of continuous improvement. The Stoic path is not about achieving perfection, but about making progress, one day at a time. Each morning offers a new opportunity to practice these habits, to learn from your experiences, and to grow stronger in your resolve. By committing to these practices, you are choosing to live with intention and purpose, to approach each day with a sense of calm and clarity, and to cultivate the inner strength that will carry you through life's challenges. These habits offer a path to a stronger, more focused, and more peaceful life. They are daily practices that, when embraced fully, have the power to transform not only your days, but your entire approach to living. As you begin to integrate these habits into your routine, remember that the journey is one of continuous improvement, each day offering new opportunities to refine your practice and deepen your understanding of what it means to live a Stoic life. By embracing these habits inspired by Marcus Aurelius, you are not only setting the stage for a strong and purposeful day, but are also laying the foundation for a life of lasting fulfillment and inner peace. These habits are your tools for navigating the complexities of life with wisdom and grace, helping you to stay true to your values and focused on your goals, no matter what challenges arise. As you continue to practice these habits, they will become second nature, guiding you through each day with a sense of purpose and clarity. These habits, rooted in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, are more than just daily practices. They are a way of life, a path to living with intention, focus, and resilience. By embracing these habits, you are choosing to live a life of meaning and fulfillment, grounded in the timeless principles of Stoicism. The journey to integrating these habits into your life may not always be easy, but it is one of the most rewarding paths you can take. Each day that you commit to these practices, you are building the foundation for a life of true peace, purpose, and strength. This is the legacy of Marcus Aurelius, a guide to living a life that is not only strong and resilient, but also deeply meaningful and fulfilling. As you continue to explore these habits and incorporate them into your daily routine, remember that each day is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more aligned with your highest self. By following the guidance of Marcus Aurelius, you are choosing to live a life that is rich with purpose, grounded in wisdom, and filled with the strength and resilience needed to navigate whatever challenges come your way. These habits are your blueprint for a life of intention and purpose, a life where each day is a step forward on the path to becoming the person you aspire to be. By embracing these practices, you are choosing to live with clarity, focus, and peace, guided by the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the enduring principles of Stoicism. As you build your daily routine around the powerful habits inspired by Marcus Aurelius, you create a solid foundation for a life of purpose and resilience. But even with the best practices in place, life will inevitably throw challenges your way, moments of adversity that test your resolve, push you to your limits, and sometimes make you question the path you're on. How you respond to these challenges can define your journey. What if, instead of seeing adversity as a roadblock, you could view it as a catalyst for growth? What if every challenge, every setback, was an opportunity in disguise? The Stoics, and particularly Marcus Aurelius, held a profound belief that adversity is not just something to endure, but something to embrace. They taught that within every challenge lies the potential for growth, learning, and transformation. This perspective turns the traditional view of hardship on its head. Rather than being something to avoid, challenges become the very thing that sharpens your character and deepens your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Imagine facing your next obstacle, not with dread or despair, but with a sense of anticipation, knowing that this is your chance to grow stronger, to learn something new, to become a better version of yourself. This shift in mindset is at the heart of Stoicism. It's the ability to see beyond the surface of adversity and to tap into the deeper opportunities it presents. Marcus Aurelius, during his reign, faced countless challenges, from political intrigue to personal loss. Yet he consistently viewed these obstacles as opportunities to practice virtue, to refine his character, and to live according to his principles. One of the most powerful ways to turn adversity into an opportunity is to practice the art of reframing. Marcus Aurelius was a master of this, often reminding himself that the things we perceive as obstacles are often just opportunities in disguise. By changing your perspective on a challenge, you can shift your focus from what you're losing to what you're gaining. For instance, if you face a setback at work, instead of seeing it as a failure, consider what you can learn from the experience. Perhaps it's an opportunity to improve your skills, to develop greater resilience, or to reassess your priorities. Reframing allows you to take control of your narrative, transforming obstacles into stepping stones toward growth. Another Stoic principle that helps turn challenges into opportunities is the concept of amor fati, loving one's fate. This doesn't mean passively accepting whatever happens, but rather embracing the events of your life, good and bad, as necessary parts of your journey. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the idea that everything that happens is a part of the natural order, and therefore it is something to be accepted and even loved. By adopting this mindset, you can approach adversity not with resistance, but with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from whatever life brings your way. When you encounter adversity, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But the Stoics remind us that we always have the power to choose our response. This is where the practice of focusing on what is within your control becomes crucial. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the importance of distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. In the face of adversity, this practice helps you to center your energy on your actions, thoughts, and attitudes, areas where you can make a difference, rather than wasting it on external factors beyond your control. This not only empowers you to take constructive action, but also fosters a sense of peace and resilience in the midst of chaos. Another powerful way to turn challenges into opportunities is to view them as a test of your character. Marcus Aurelius believed that adversity reveals who we truly are. It strips away the superficial and forces us to confront our deepest values and beliefs. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, how can this situation help me grow? What virtues can I practice here? Patience, courage, humility, or perseverance? By seeing adversity as a test, you can approach it as an opportunity to strengthen your character and to live more fully in alignment with your principles. The Stoics also taught the importance of embracing discomfort as a path to growth. Marcus Aurelius understood that growth often comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone and facing challenges head-on. This might mean taking on a difficult task, having a tough conversation, or enduring a period of uncertainty. By willingly embracing discomfort, you build resilience and expand your capacity to handle adversity. The next time you face a challenge, instead of avoiding it, lean into it. Recognize that discomfort is often a sign that you are growing, and that by facing it with courage, you are moving closer to your full potential. Adversity also provides a unique opportunity for self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius regularly used challenges as a prompt for deeper introspection, asking himself what he could learn from each experience and how it could help him become a better leader, philosopher, and person. When you encounter difficulties, take a step back and reflect on what the situation is teaching you. What are the underlying causes of the challenge? What can you learn about yourself, your habits, and your assumptions? This habit of self-reflection turns adversity into a mirror, allowing you to see yourself more clearly and to make the necessary adjustments to your path. Another way to transform challenges into opportunities is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that while he could not control the results of his efforts, he could control the effort itself. This mindset encourages you to find satisfaction in the process of doing your best, regardless of the outcome. When you face a challenge, concentrate on what you can do in the present moment and let go of the need for a specific result. This shift in focus not only reduces anxiety, but also allows you to approach challenges with a sense of purpose and integrity, knowing that you are doing your best, regardless of the circumstances. The Stoics also believed in the power of community and support during times of adversity. Marcus Aurelius often sought the counsel of trusted advisors and friends, recognizing that we are stronger together than we are alone. When you face a challenge, don't hesitate to reach out to those you trust. Sharing your struggles and seeking advice can provide new perspectives and solutions that you may not have considered on your own. Moreover, the act of connecting with others during difficult times can offer emotional support and remind you that you are not alone in your journey. Adversity can also be an opportunity to practice patience. Marcus Aurelius understood that not all problems can be solved immediately, and that sometimes the best course of action is to wait and allow things to unfold in their own time. Practicing patience in the face of adversity means accepting that some challenges take time to resolve and resisting the urge to force solutions. This doesn't mean inaction, but rather taking measured steps and trusting that with time, clarity and resolution will come. Patience allows you to remain calm and composed, even when the path forward is uncertain, and to maintain your focus on what is within your control. Another way to turn challenges into opportunities is to use them as a catalyst for change. Marcus Aurelius recognized that adversity often reveals areas of our lives that need improvement or transformation. When faced with a challenge, consider what it might be telling you about your current situation. Is there something that needs to change? A habit, a mindset, or even a relationship? Adversity can be a powerful motivator for making necessary changes that you might otherwise avoid. By seeing challenges as opportunities for transformation, you can turn difficult situations into stepping stones toward a better life. The Stoics also taught the value of humility in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius, despite his power and status, constantly reminded himself of his own limitations and the impermanence of all things. Adversity can be a humbling experience, reminding us that we are not invincible and that life is unpredictable. Embracing humility in these moments allows you to approach challenges with a sense of openness and learning, rather than defensiveness or pride. It helps you to remain grounded and to recognize that adversity is a universal experience, one that connects us all in our shared humanity. Finally, One of the most profound ways to turn challenges into opportunities is to find meaning in them. Marcus Aurelius believed that everything happens for a reason and that there is a higher purpose behind the events of our lives. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what is the deeper meaning behind this challenge? How can this experience contribute to my growth, to my understanding of the world, or to my ability to help others? Finding meaning in adversity transforms it from a source of suffering into a source of strength and wisdom. It allows you to see the bigger picture and to approach life's challenges with a sense of purpose and hope. As you embrace these Stoic principles for turning challenges into opportunities, you'll find that adversity no longer feels like an insurmountable obstacle, but rather a powerful force for personal growth. Each challenge becomes a chance to practice virtue, to strengthen your character, and to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. This mindset shift not only empowers you to face adversity with courage and resilience, but also transforms the way you experience life's inevitable ups and downs. These principles are not just theoretical concepts, but practical tools that you can apply in your daily life. The next time you face a challenge, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics. Reframe the situation, focus on what you can control, embrace discomfort, and find meaning in the experience. By doing so, you turn adversity into an opportunity for growth, making each challenge a stepping stone on your path to becoming the best version of yourself. As you continue to navigate life's challenges with this Stoic mindset, you'll find that you become more resilient, more adaptable, and more at peace with whatever life throws your way. You'll discover that adversity, far from being something to fear, is one of your greatest teachers, offering you the chance to grow in ways you never imagined. This is the true power of Stoicism, the ability to transform even the most difficult circumstances into opportunities for growth, learning, and personal development. Incorporating these principles into your life is not about avoiding adversity, but about embracing it as an integral part of your journey. It's about recognizing that every challenge, no matter how difficult, holds the potential for growth and transformation. By applying the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics, you can turn life's obstacles into opportunities, building a life of resilience, strength, and purpose. As you move forward, remember that adversity is not the enemy, but a companion on your journey. It is through facing challenges head-on that you develop the virtues that define who you are: courage, patience, humility, and wisdom. Each time you encounter adversity, you are given the chance to practice these virtues, to refine your character, and to move closer to the person you aspire to be. These Stoic principles offer a roadmap for navigating life's challenges with grace and resilience. By embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth, you unlock the potential within each challenge and transform your life in profound ways. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, the ability to find strength in adversity, to turn obstacles into opportunities, and to live each day with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. As you continue to apply these principles in your life, you'll find that challenges no longer hold the same power over you. Instead of being a source of stress or fear, they become opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. This mindset shift not only empowers you to face adversity with confidence, but also transforms the way you live, making each day an opportunity to practice the virtues that define a life well lived. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics are timeless, offering guidance that is just as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. By embracing these principles, you are choosing to live a life of resilience, strength, and purpose, a life where every challenge is an opportunity to grow and every adversity is a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. As you move forward, carry these principles with you. Let them guide your actions, shape your responses, and transform your perspective on adversity. By doing so, you will not only navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, but also create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and inner peace. This is the power of Stoicism, the ability to turn adversity into opportunity and to live each day with strength, clarity, and purpose. The journey ahead will undoubtedly bring challenges, but with these Stoic principles as your guide, you are well equipped to face them. Embrace each challenge as a chance to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Remember that within every adversity lies the seed of opportunity, waiting to be uncovered. This is your path, and with the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics, you can walk it with confidence, resilience, and unwavering purpose. As you navigate life's challenges, transforming adversity into opportunities for growth, you begin to understand that your strength comes not from the absence of obstacles, but from the mindset you cultivate in response to them. This journey through the teachings of Marcus Aurelius has shown you how to build a life of resilience, turning every challenge into a stepping stone toward personal development. Yet, there is another layer to this resilience, a deeper, more unyielding strength that can carry you through even the most formidable trials. This is where the wisdom of Epictetus comes into play, urging you to adopt a mindset so resilient, so unbreakable, that no matter what happens, you remain steadfast and composed. Imagine moving through your day with the confidence that nothing, no setback, no criticism, no external force can truly harm you. This is not about pretending that life's difficulties don't affect you. Rather, it's about recognizing that while you cannot control what happens, you can control how you perceive and respond to it. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, understood this better than most. His teachings offer a blueprint for cultivating a mindset of inner fortitude, a way of living that empowers you to face life's adversities with unwavering strength. Epictetus famously taught that we are disturbed not by events themselves, but by the views we take of them. This principle is more than just a philosophical concept. It is a practical guide for living an unbreakable life. The way you interpret and respond to the events in your life determines your experience of them. For example, if you lose your job, you can choose to view it as a devastating blow or as an opportunity to pursue a new path. The event itself does not change. What changes is your perspective. By mastering this ability to reframe challenges, you can maintain your resilience and composure in the face of adversity, acting as if you are unbreakable. This concept of reframing is not about denying reality or avoiding difficult emotions. On the contrary, it involves fully acknowledging the situation and then choosing a perspective that empowers you. This practice is central to building mental resilience, as it allows you to take control of your narrative and to see every challenge as a chance to grow stronger. When you train your mind to interpret setbacks as opportunities, you create a foundation of strength that can withstand the pressures of life. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of understanding and accepting the dichotomy of control, the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. According to Epictetus, our own actions, thoughts, and responses are within our control, while external events, the actions of others, and the outcomes of our efforts are not. This understanding is liberating because it frees you from the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead, you can focus your energy on what you can influence, your own behavior and mindset. This principle is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced, often chaotic world. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant stream of information, demands, and expectations. However, By focusing on what is within your control, you can cultivate a sense of calm and resilience, even in the midst of uncertainty. For instance, if you are dealing with a challenging relationship, you cannot control the other person's behavior, but you can control how you communicate, how you manage your emotions, and how you choose to respond. This shift in focus from the external to the internal is a key element of acting as if you are unbreakable, because it reinforces the idea that your true power lies within you. Another critical teaching of Epictetus is the concept of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This practice involves mentally preparing yourself for potential challenges or hardships before they occur. By imagining possible difficulties in advance, you can reduce their emotional impact when they actually arise. This mental rehearsal strengthens your resilience, making you less susceptible to being overwhelmed by unexpected events. It's a proactive approach to adversity, one that allows you to face challenges with a calm and prepared mind. Consider how you might apply this practice in your own life. If you know that a difficult conversation or a challenging task is ahead, take some time to mentally walk through the possible scenarios. Imagine the different ways the situation could unfold and think about how you would respond to each one. By doing this, you not only prepare yourself for the worst, but also empower yourself to handle whatever comes your way with grace and composure. This practice of premeditatio malorum is a powerful tool for building an unbreakable mindset, because it turns fear and uncertainty into opportunities for preparation and growth. Epictetus also taught that true freedom and strength come from self-discipline, the ability to govern your own desires, emotions, and actions. Self-discipline is the foundation of an unbreakable mindset because it allows you to stay focused on your goals and values, even when faced with temptation or difficulty. For Epictetus, self-discipline was not about denying pleasure, but about choosing what is good and right over what is easy or immediately gratifying. In practice, self-discipline might involve setting clear goals and maintaining the commitment to achieve them, even when the path is difficult. For example, if you are working towards a personal goal, such as improving your health or advancing your career, self-discipline means sticking to your plan, even when it's challenging. This practice of self-discipline builds resilience because it reinforces your ability to make choices that align with your long-term values and goals, rather than being swayed by short-term impulses. Self-discipline also extends to emotional regulation. Epictetus believed that we must learn to govern our emotional reactions, particularly when faced with challenges or provocations. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather responding to them in a way that reflects your highest values. For instance, when confronted with anger or frustration, rather than reacting impulsively, you can practice pausing, taking a deep breath, and choosing a response that is measured and constructive. This ability to regulate your emotions is a cornerstone of acting as if you are unbreakable, because it allows you to maintain your composure and integrity even in the most trying situations. Another key element of Epictetus's wisdom is the practice of living in accordance with nature. For Epictetus, this meant understanding and accepting the natural order of the world and striving to live virtuously in every situation. Living in accordance with nature involves recognizing the impermanence of all things and accepting change as a natural part of life. This acceptance of change is crucial for developing resilience because it allows you to adapt to new circumstances without resistance. For example, if you face a major life change, such as a career transition or a personal loss, rather than resisting the change, you can embrace it as an opportunity to grow and learn. This adaptability is a key component of an unbreakable mindset because it allows you to remain flexible and open to new experiences, even when they are unexpected or challenging. By aligning your actions and thoughts with the natural order of the world, you can achieve a sense of harmony and peace, even in the face of adversity. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of practicing gratitude, even in difficult circumstances. He believed that by focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you could cultivate a sense of contentment and peace. Gratitude shifts your focus from external circumstances to internal appreciation, reinforcing the belief that your happiness and well-being are not dependent on external factors. By practicing gratitude, you strengthen your resilience and build a mindset that is unbreakable because it is rooted in appreciation rather than desire. To cultivate gratitude, you might begin each day by reflecting on the things you are thankful for, no matter how small. This could include the support of loved ones, the beauty of nature, or the opportunities you have for growth and learning. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity and despair, as it reminds you of the abundance in your life, even when facing challenges. By making gratitude a daily practice, you build a resilient mindset that remains positive and hopeful, regardless of external circumstances. Another powerful aspect of Epictetus's wisdom is the idea of role models. He encouraged his followers to look to those who exemplify the virtues they aspire to and to model their behavior after them. This practice not only provides guidance on how to live virtuously, but also reinforces the belief that you too can embody these qualities. By choosing role models who demonstrate resilience, courage, and integrity, you can strengthen your own mindset and build the belief that you are capable of facing any challenge with the same strength and grace. Role models can serve as a source of inspiration and motivation, reminding you of the qualities you wish to cultivate in yourself. Whether it's a historical figure, a mentor, or even a fictional character, identifying role models who embody the virtues you admire can help you to stay focused on your goals and to navigate challenges with resilience. By reflecting on how your role models might respond to adversity, you can gain insights into how to apply their wisdom in your own life. This practice of emulation is a powerful tool for personal growth, as it encourages you to strive toward your highest potential, even in the face of difficulties. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of reflection and self-examination. He believed that regularly reviewing your actions, thoughts, and decisions was essential for personal growth and maintaining a strong character. This practice of reflection helps you to stay aligned with your values and to make necessary adjustments to your behavior. By examining your actions and learning from your experiences, you build a mindset that is resilient and adaptable, capable of growing stronger with each challenge you face. Reflection is a powerful tool for self-awareness and growth, as it allows you to assess your progress and identify areas where you can improve. For example, at the end of each day, you might take a few moments to reflect on how you responded to the challenges you faced. Did you act in accordance with your values? Were there moments when you could have been more patient, more courageous, or more disciplined? By asking yourself these questions, you can gain valuable insights into your behavior and make conscious choices to improve. This habit of reflection not only strengthens your resilience, but also deepens your understanding of yourself and your values. Another key element of Epictetus's teachings is the practice of detachment. He believed that by detaching yourself from the outcomes of your actions, you could achieve a sense of inner peace and freedom. This detachment is not about apathy, but about recognizing that while you can control your efforts, the results are often beyond your control. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you build a mindset that is unbreakable because it is not tied to external validation or success. This detachment allows you to remain calm and composed, even when things do not go as planned. Detachment is particularly important in a world where success is often measured by external achievements. By learning to detach from outcomes, you free yourself from the anxiety and stress that come from striving for perfection or seeking approval from others. Instead, you can focus on the quality of your efforts and the integrity of your actions, knowing that you have done your best, regardless of the outcome. This mindset not only enhances your resilience, but also allows you to find fulfillment and satisfaction in the process of growth and learning. Finally, Epictetus taught the importance of perseverance. He believed that true strength comes from enduring hardships with grace and determination. Perseverance is about continuing to move forward, even when the path is difficult, and refusing to give up in the face of adversity. This resilience is a key component of an unbreakable mindset, as it allows you to stay focused on your goals and values, regardless of the obstacles you encounter. By cultivating perseverance, you build the mental and emotional strength needed to face life's challenges with courage and resolve. Perseverance is not just about enduring hardship, but about embracing it as an essential part of the journey. It's about recognizing that growth often comes through struggle, and that each challenge you overcome makes you stronger. Whether you are pursuing a long-term goal, facing a personal challenge, or navigating a difficult situation, perseverance is the quality that will carry you through. By committing to your goals and refusing to give up, you demonstrate the unbreakable mindset that Epictetus championed, a mindset that is resilient, determined, and unwavering in the face of adversity. As you integrate Epictetus's teachings into your life, you will find that resilience and strength are not just qualities you possess, but ways of being that you can cultivate and embody. Acting as if you're unbreakable is about more than just enduring hardship. It's about thriving in the face of adversity, using each challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger and more virtuous. This mindset is not about denying the reality of pain or difficulty, but about recognizing that your true power lies in how you choose to respond. By adopting this mindset of resilience and strength, you transform the way you experience life. Challenges become opportunities for growth, setbacks become stepping stones to success, and adversity becomes a catalyst for personal transformation. This is the essence of Epictetus's Stoic wisdom, a philosophy that empowers you to face whatever comes your way with courage, clarity, and unwavering strength. As you continue on this path, remember that resilience is not something you are born with, but something you build through practice and perseverance. Each day offers new opportunities to strengthen your mindset, to act as if you are unbreakable, and to embody the virtues that define a life well lived. By embracing Epictetus's teachings, you create a life of resilience, strength, and purpose, a life where no challenge is too great and no setback too severe to derail your progress. This journey is not about achieving perfection, but about continuous growth. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to refine your character, to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world, and to become more resilient in the face of adversity. By acting as if you are unbreakable, you build the mental and emotional fortitude needed to navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. In the end, the teachings of Epictetus offer a powerful blueprint for living a life of resilience and strength. By adopting these principles, you can face whatever comes your way with confidence, knowing that you have the power to overcome any obstacle. This is the true power of Stoicism, the ability to turn adversity into opportunity, to transform challenges into growth, and to live each day with a mindset of unbreakable resilience. As you continue to embody these principles, you will find that you are not just surviving life's challenges, but thriving in the face of them. You will discover that true strength comes not from avoiding difficulty, but from facing it head-on, with courage, determination, and an unbreakable spirit. This is the legacy of Epictetus, a philosophy that teaches us to act as if we are unbreakable, because in the end, we truly are. As you cultivate an unbreakable mindset through the teachings of Epictetus, fortifying yourself against life's challenges, a new question arises. How can you apply this inner resilience not just to your own life, but to the way you lead others? Leadership, at its core, is not just about directing or managing. It is about guiding others through uncertainty, embodying the calm and strength that others can look to in times of crisis. To be a steady leader, one who remains composed and effective in the face of adversity, requires a deep well of inner calm, a calm that can only be achieved through the disciplined practice of Stoic wisdom. Imagine leading with a sense of serenity that inspires confidence in those around you, guiding your team or community through the storms of life with unwavering poise. This is not about suppressing emotions or ignoring the difficulties that come with leadership, but about harnessing the power of Stoic principles to navigate challenges with clarity and purpose. The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-mastery, wisdom, and virtue, offer timeless lessons on how to lead with strength, grace, and calmness, even when the world around you seems chaotic. Leadership demands more than just strategic thinking and decision-making. It requires emotional intelligence, the ability to manage one's own reactions, and the capacity to inspire and uplift others. The Stoics understood that true leadership begins within, with the cultivation of one's character and the mastery of one's emotions. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, exemplified this approach, ruling not with an iron fist, but with a steady hand guided by reason and compassion. His leadership was a reflection of his inner state, a state of calm, resilience, and unwavering commitment to his values. One of the fundamental lessons in Stoic leadership is the importance of leading by example. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that his actions would set the tone for those he led. He knew that a leader's behavior is a powerful influence on others, and that by embodying the virtues of patience, integrity, and courage, he could inspire those around him to do the same. This principle of leading by example is crucial in fostering a culture of trust and respect. When you demonstrate calmness under pressure, others are more likely to mirror that behavior, creating a ripple effect that steadies the entire group. Another essential Stoic lesson for leadership is the practice of equanimity, maintaining a balanced and composed state of mind regardless of external circumstances. For a leader, this means not allowing success to inflate your ego or failure to crush your spirit. Equanimity is about staying centered, focused, and grounded, no matter what challenges arise. It's the ability to keep a clear head when others are losing theirs, to assess situations objectively, and to make decisions based on reason rather than emotion. This steady presence is what enables a leader to navigate crises effectively and to provide stability for those who rely on their guidance. Equanimity is deeply connected to the Stoic practice of detachment, particularly detachment from outcomes. As a leader, you are often faced with decisions where the outcome is uncertain and the stakes are high. The Stoics teach that while you should strive to make the best decisions possible, you must also accept that the outcome is ultimately beyond your control. This detachment from results does not mean apathy or a lack of care. Rather, it is about focusing on the process, making decisions with integrity, clarity, and wisdom, while letting go of the need to control the outcome. This mindset not only reduces anxiety, but also allows you to lead with greater clarity and effectiveness. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of empathy in leadership. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the nature of the people he led, reminding himself that they were human beings with their own struggles, emotions, and flaws. He understood that to lead effectively, one must approach others with compassion and understanding. This doesn't mean being lenient or avoiding difficult conversations, but it does mean recognizing the humanity in those you lead and responding to their needs with kindness and respect. Empathy in leadership fosters a sense of connection and trust, making it easier to motivate and inspire others. Another powerful Stoic lesson for leadership is the cultivation of wisdom. For the Stoics, wisdom is not just intellectual knowledge, but practical wisdom, the ability to apply knowledge in a way that benefits oneself and others. As a leader, this means making decisions that are not only effective in the short term, but also align with long-term goals and ethical principles. Wisdom also involves the ability to see the bigger picture, to understand the broader context in which decisions are made, and to anticipate the potential consequences of those decisions. By cultivating wisdom, you can navigate complex situations with insight and foresight, making decisions that are both strategic and morally sound. Stoic leadership also involves the practice of humility. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the most powerful man in the world, constantly reminded himself of his own limitations and the transient nature of power. He knew that true leadership was not about wielding authority, but about serving others and remaining grounded in the reality of his own humanity. Humility in leadership means recognizing that you do not have all the answers, that you can learn from others, and that your position of power is a responsibility rather than a privilege. By leading with humility, you create an environment where others feel valued and empowered to contribute their best. Another critical aspect of Stoic leadership is the ability to remain flexible and adaptable. The Stoics believed that change is the only constant in life, and that true wisdom lies in the ability to adapt to changing circumstances without losing one's core values. For a leader, this means being open to new ideas, willing to adjust strategies when necessary, and able to pivot in response to unforeseen challenges. Flexibility in leadership does not mean being indecisive or inconsistent. Rather, it means being responsive to the realities of the situation while staying true to your principles. This adaptability is essential for navigating the complexities of leadership in a dynamic world. The Stoics also taught the importance of integrity in leadership. Integrity for the Stoics was about living in accordance with one's values and principles, regardless of external pressures or temptations. For a leader, integrity means making decisions that are ethical and just, even when they are difficult or unpopular. It means being honest and transparent with those you lead, and holding yourself accountable for your actions. Integrity is the foundation of trust, and trust is essential for effective leadership. By leading with integrity, you build a reputation for reliability and moral courage, which inspires confidence and loyalty in those you lead. Another Stoic lesson that is particularly relevant for leadership is the practice of mindfulness. The Stoics were masters of mindfulness, constantly practicing awareness of their thoughts, emotions, and actions. For a leader, mindfulness means being fully present in the moment, aware of the needs and dynamics of the team, and attentive to the details that can make or break a decision. Mindfulness also involves self-awareness, understanding your own strengths, weaknesses, and triggers, and managing them in a way that supports your leadership. By practicing mindfulness, you can lead with greater clarity, focus, and emotional intelligence, making decisions that are thoughtful and deliberate. The final Stoic lesson for leadership is the commitment to continuous self-improvement. The Stoics believed that the pursuit of excellence is a lifelong journey, and that there is always room for growth and learning. For a leader, this means constantly seeking to improve your skills, knowledge, and character. It means being open to feedback, willing to learn from mistakes, and dedicated to becoming the best leader you can be. This commitment to self-improvement not only enhances your own capabilities, but also sets a powerful example for those you lead. By demonstrating a willingness to grow and evolve, you inspire others to do the same. As you integrate these Stoic lessons into your leadership, you will find that they not only enhance your ability to lead effectively, but also deepen your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Leadership, when guided by Stoic principles, becomes not just a role, but a calling, a way of living that brings out the best in yourself and others. By leading with calmness, wisdom, and integrity, you create a positive and productive environment where people feel supported, valued, and inspired to achieve their best. The challenges of leadership are many, but with the wisdom of the Stoics as your guide, you can navigate them with confidence and grace. Each of these lessons, leading by example, practicing equanimity, cultivating empathy, embracing wisdom, embodying humility, remaining adaptable, upholding integrity, practicing mindfulness, and committing to continuous improvement, provides a foundation for steady and effective leadership. By applying these principles in your daily life, you can build a leadership style that is not only effective, but also deeply fulfilling. As you continue on this path of Stoic leadership, remember that the journey is ongoing. There will always be new challenges to face, new skills to develop, and new opportunities to grow. But with the Stoic principles as your foundation, you can lead with the calmness and resilience needed to guide others through the complexities of life. This is the true essence of Stoic leadership, leading not with fear or force, but with wisdom, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. Leadership is not just about the decisions you make or the strategies you implement. It is about the way you carry yourself, the example you set, and the impact you have on others. By embodying the principles of Stoicism, you can become the kind of leader who inspires trust, respect, and loyalty, a leader who remains calm and steady no matter what challenges arise. This is the power of Stoic leadership, and it is within your reach, waiting to be cultivated and expressed in every decision, every action, and every interaction. As you lead with these Stoic principles, you will find that you are not just managing people or tasks, but guiding them with a sense of purpose and integrity that transcends the ordinary. You are not just solving problems or making decisions. You are shaping the culture and character of those you lead. And in doing so, you are not only achieving success, but also leaving a legacy of wisdom, strength, and compassion that will endure long after your leadership journey is complete. The lessons of Stoic leadership are timeless, and their application can transform the way you lead, making you not just a better leader, but a better person. By embracing these teachings, you can cultivate a leadership style that is grounded in wisdom, guided by virtue, and sustained by an unshakable calm. This is the path of the Stoic leader, a path that leads not only to success, but to a life of meaning, fulfillment, and lasting impact. As you continue to develop your leadership skills, keep these Stoic lessons at the forefront of your mind. Practice them daily, reflect on them regularly, and strive to embody them in every aspect of your life. By doing so, you will not only enhance your ability to lead effectively, but also deepen your connection to the principles that guide your life. This is the journey of the Stoic leader, a journey of continuous growth, unwavering calm, and steadfast commitment to the values that define true leadership. In the end, the qualities of a great leader, wisdom, integrity, empathy, and resilience are not just traits to be admired, but practices to be cultivated. By following the Stoic path, you can develop these qualities within yourself, creating a leadership style that is both powerful and enduring. This is the legacy of Stoicism, a legacy of leadership that is not just about achieving goals, but about inspiring others to become the best versions of themselves. By embracing these principles, you can become the leader you aspire to be, guiding others with the strength, calm, and wisdom that only a Stoic leader can possess. As you navigate the journey of leadership, rooted in the wisdom and calm of Stoic principles, you inevitably face moments of tension, times when the pressure to succeed, to achieve, or to control outcomes becomes overwhelming. In these moments, the temptation to force a particular result, to push beyond the natural flow of events, can be strong. Yet, there is a deeper wisdom in letting go, in trusting the process, and in embracing the flow of life as it unfolds. What if, instead of forcing outcomes, you could learn to move with the currents of life, allowing things to happen as they are meant to, while still maintaining your integrity and direction? Imagine the peace and freedom that comes from releasing the need to control every detail, from allowing events to unfold naturally, and from trusting that the path ahead will reveal itself in time. This is not about giving up or resigning yourself to fate. Rather, it's about recognizing the limits of your control and finding strength in acceptance. The Stoics understood that while we can influence many aspects of our lives, there is much that lies beyond our grasp. Learning to distinguish between what we can and cannot control, and choosing to focus our energy on the former, is a profound practice that leads to inner peace and resilience. In leadership and in life, the desire to control outcomes often stems from fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of losing control. This fear can drive us to push harder, to micromanage, to manipulate circumstances in an attempt to secure a specific result. But what if, instead of resisting the natural flow of events, you could learn to navigate them with grace? What if, instead of forcing outcomes, you could find a way to work with the natural course of events, trusting that they are unfolding as they should? One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the practice of accepting what you cannot change. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active choice to embrace the reality of the situation. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reminded himself to accept whatever happens as part of the natural order. He understood that resistance to reality only leads to suffering, while acceptance brings peace. By accepting the things you cannot change, you free yourself from the frustration and anxiety that come from trying to force outcomes. You begin to understand that while you can influence your circumstances through your actions, the final result is often beyond your control. This acceptance also involves a deep trust in the flow of life, a belief that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason is not immediately clear. The Stoics believed in the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate, which is the idea that we should embrace all that happens to us, both good and bad, as necessary and beneficial. This does not mean that you should not strive for success or work towards your goals, but rather that you should do so with the understanding that the outcome is not entirely in your hands. By embracing the flow of life, you learn to find contentment in the journey itself, rather than becoming fixated on the destination. Another aspect of embracing Stoicism's flow is the practice of patience. In a world that often demands immediate results, the ability to wait, to allow things to unfold in their own time, is a rare and valuable skill. The Stoics understood that some things cannot be rushed, that growth, healing, and progress often take time. Patience, therefore, is not just a virtue, but a form of wisdom, an understanding that life's processes have their own rhythm, and that forcing them can often do more harm than good. For example, consider a leader who is pushing to achieve a certain milestone by a specific deadline. While determination and focus are important, there comes a point where pushing too hard can lead to burnout, mistakes, and missed opportunities. By practicing patience and allowing the process to unfold naturally, the leader may find that the desired outcome is achieved not through force, but through a series of small, thoughtful actions that build upon each other over time. This approach requires trust in the process, trust in the people involved, and trust in oneself. The Stoics also teach us the importance of focusing on the present moment. When you are constantly trying to force outcomes, you are often focused on the future, on what you want to achieve, what you fear might happen, or how you can ensure a specific result. This future-oriented mindset can lead to anxiety and stress, as you become more concerned with what might be than with what is. By shifting your focus to the present moment, you can engage fully with the task at hand, doing your best in the here and now without becoming overly attached to the outcome. This present moment awareness allows you to respond to life's challenges with clarity and calmness, rather than being swept away by fear or desire. This focus on the present is closely related to the Stoic practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and approaching each moment with a sense of presence and purpose. When you are mindful, you are better able to recognize when you are trying to force an outcome, and you can choose to step back and allow things to unfold naturally. Mindfulness also helps you to appreciate the process, to find joy in the small steps and progress that lead to your goals, rather than becoming fixated on the end result. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of letting go of attachment to specific outcomes. This does not mean that you should not have goals or aspirations, but rather that you should not become so attached to a particular result that it blinds you to other possibilities. When you are overly attached to a specific outcome, you may miss out on opportunities that could lead to even better results. By letting go of attachment, you open yourself up to the flow of life, allowing new possibilities to emerge and trusting that whatever happens is for the best. This practice of non-attachment is especially important in relationships and leadership. For instance, if you are leading a team, you might have a specific vision of how a project should unfold. However, by becoming too attached to your vision, you may inadvertently stifle creativity and innovation, preventing your team from contributing their own ideas and perspectives. By letting go of attachment and allowing the process to unfold naturally, you create space for collaboration and growth, often leading to outcomes that are better than you could have imagined. Another key lesson from Stoicism is the understanding that setbacks and obstacles are a natural part of life's flow. The Stoics believed that challenges and difficulties are not just inevitable, but necessary for growth. When you encounter obstacles, instead of seeing them as disruptions to your plans, you can choose to see them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to strengthen your character. This shift in perspective allows you to embrace the flow of life, recognizing that even setbacks are part of the process. This mindset can be particularly powerful when applied to leadership. Leaders often face unexpected challenges, budget cuts, changes in the market, personnel issues that can disrupt their plans. Instead of trying to force a particular outcome or resist the changes, a Stoic leader embraces the challenge, adapts to the new circumstances, and finds a way to move forward. This flexibility and adaptability are key to navigating the complexities of leadership with grace and effectiveness. Another important aspect of embracing Stoicism's flow is the practice of surrender. Surrender, in this context, does not mean giving up or becoming passive, but rather yielding to the natural course of events. It is the recognition that while you can influence your circumstances through your actions, there is a greater flow at work that you cannot fully control. Surrendering to this flow allows you to release the need for control and to find peace in the unfolding of life. This surrender is not about abandoning your goals or aspirations, but about aligning yourself with the natural rhythms of life. For example, if you are working towards a long-term goal, there may be times when progress is slow or setbacks occur. Instead of becoming frustrated or trying to force progress, you can choose to surrender to the process, trusting that it will unfold in its own time. This surrender requires a deep trust in life and in your own ability to navigate its challenges. The practice of surrender also involves accepting that some things are simply beyond your control. The Stoics taught that while we can control our actions and responses, we cannot control external events or the actions of others. By accepting this reality, you free yourself from the burden of trying to control everything, allowing you to focus on what you can influence. This acceptance brings a sense of peace and liberation, as you let go of the need to force outcomes and instead flow with the natural course of events. Embracing Stoicism's flow also involves cultivating a sense of gratitude for the present moment. When you are constantly striving for a particular outcome, it's easy to overlook the blessings and opportunities that exist in the here and now. The Stoics believed in the importance of appreciating the present moment, recognizing that it is the only time we truly have. By cultivating gratitude for the present, you can find contentment and peace, even as you work towards your goals. This gratitude helps you to embrace the flow of life, recognizing that each moment is a gift, regardless of the outcome. Another powerful lesson from Stoicism is the understanding that true success is not defined by external outcomes, but by the quality of your actions and intentions. The Stoics believed that virtue, living in accordance with reason, integrity, and wisdom, was the highest good, and that success should be measured by how well you live up to these ideals, rather than by the results you achieve. This shift in perspective allows you to focus on doing your best, without becoming overly attached to the outcome. By focusing on virtue, you can find satisfaction in the process, knowing that you are living in alignment with your values, regardless of the result. This focus on virtue is particularly important in leadership. As a leader, it's easy to become preoccupied with achieving specific goals or outcomes, whether it's hitting a target, winning a contract, or completing a project on time. However, the Stoics remind us that true leadership is not about the outcome, but about how you lead, how you treat others, how you make decisions, and how you embody the values you stand for. By focusing on virtue, you can lead with integrity and purpose, regardless of the external pressures or outcomes. Another key aspect of embracing Stoicism's flow is the practice of adaptability. The Stoics understood that life is constantly changing and that the ability to adapt to new circumstances is essential for resilience and success. This adaptability involves being open to new possibilities, willing to change your plans when necessary, and flexible in your approach. By embracing change and adapting to the flow of life, you can navigate challenges with greater ease and effectiveness. For example, if you are leading a project and unexpected changes occur, such as a shift in the market or a change in the team, instead of trying to force the original plan, you can adapt to the new circumstances and find a way to move forward. This adaptability is a key element of embracing Stoicism's flow, as it allows you to remain flexible and responsive, rather than rigidly attached to a specific outcome. The Stoics also taught the importance of perspective. When you are focused on forcing a particular outcome, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. The Stoics believed in the value of taking a step back, looking at the situation from a broader perspective, and considering how it fits into the larger context of your life. This perspective allows you to see that even if a particular outcome does not happen as you hoped, it is just one part of a much larger journey. By maintaining this perspective, you can avoid becoming overwhelmed by setbacks and instead embrace the flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. This broader perspective is particularly valuable in leadership. Leaders are often faced with complex situations that require them to balance competing priorities and make difficult decisions. By taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, you can gain clarity and insight, allowing you to make decisions that are aligned with your long-term goals and values. This perspective also helps you to remain calm and focused, even in the face of uncertainty, as you trust in the natural flow of events. Finally, embracing Stoicism's flow involves cultivating a sense of faith, faith in yourself, faith in the process, and faith in the unfolding of life. The Stoics believed that while we may not always understand why things happen the way they do, there is a greater order at work that we can trust. This faith allows you to let go of the need to control everything and to find peace in the knowledge that things are happening as they should. By cultivating this faith, you can navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace, knowing that you are supported by a greater flow of life. As you integrate these Stoic principles into your life, you will find that they not only enhance your ability to navigate challenges, but also bring a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. By embracing the flow of life, you release the need to force outcomes and instead align yourself with the natural rhythms of the world. This alignment allows you to move through life with greater ease, trust, and confidence, knowing that you are part of a larger process that is unfolding exactly as it should. This journey of embracing Stoicism's flow is not about giving up your goals or aspirations, but about approaching them with a sense of openness, flexibility, and trust. It's about recognizing that while you can influence your circumstances through your actions, the final outcome is often beyond your control. By letting go of attachment to specific results and embracing the flow of life, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that come from trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead, you find peace in the process, trusting that whatever happens is for your highest good. As you continue on this path, remember that the flow of life is not something to be resisted, but something to be embraced. By aligning yourself with this flow, you tap into a source of strength and wisdom that guides you through life's challenges with grace and resilience. This is the essence of Stoicism, living in harmony with the natural course of events, trusting in the process, and finding peace in the unfolding of life. In the end, the practice of embracing Stoicism's flow is a journey of self-discovery and growth. It is a journey that leads not only to greater success, but to a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment. By learning to trust the natural course of events and to stop forcing outcomes, you open yourself up to a life of greater ease, joy, and abundance. This is the true power of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to live in alignment with the flow of life, to trust in the process, and to find peace in the journey. As you embrace the natural flow of life, letting go of the need to force outcomes and trusting in the unfolding of events, you might wonder how to maintain that inner peace when the world around you descends into chaos. Life, with all its unpredictability, often throws us into situations that seem overwhelming, where the noise, pressure, and stress threaten to pull us away from our center. In these moments, how do you remain calm? How do you keep your mind steady and your heart at peace when everything around you is in turmoil? The Stoics, masters of inner tranquility, offer a wealth of wisdom on how to stay composed even when the world feels like it's spinning out of control. They understood that while we cannot always control the chaos of the external world, we have the power to govern our internal state. This ability to remain calm amidst the storm is not just about survival. It's about thriving in the face of adversity, about finding clarity and strength in the very moments that seem designed to break us. Picture yourself in the midst of a chaotic situation, perhaps a crisis at work, a family emergency, or a personal loss. The noise is deafening, emotions are running high, and the pressure is immense. Yet, within this storm, there is a part of you that remains untouched, a quiet center of calm and clarity that the chaos cannot reach. This is the essence of Stoic calmness, an inner sanctuary that you can retreat to whenever the world becomes too much. It's a place of refuge, but also a place of power, from which you can respond to life's challenges with wisdom and composure. One of the first strategies the Stoics used to maintain calm in chaos is the practice of detachment. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, doesn't mean indifference or disengagement, but rather the ability to step back and observe the situation from a distance. This mental distance allows you to see things as they are, without being swept away by the emotions or the urgency of the moment. By practicing detachment, you create a buffer between yourself and the chaos, allowing you to respond with a clear mind and a steady heart. Detachment also involves recognizing that most of the things we worry about are beyond our control. The Stoics were keenly aware of the limits of human control, and they taught that peace comes from focusing on what is within our power, our thoughts, our actions, our attitudes, and letting go of the rest. When you find yourself in a chaotic situation, take a moment to identify what you can control and what you cannot. By directing your energy toward what you can influence and releasing the need to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. For example, imagine you're in a situation at work where a major project is on the verge of failure due to unforeseen circumstances. It's natural to feel panic, frustration, and even anger. However, if you practice detachment, you would step back mentally and assess the situation from a broader perspective. What aspects of the project are within your control? Perhaps you can reorganize the team, communicate effectively to manage expectations, or find a creative workaround for the issues at hand. But there may be elements outside your control, such as the actions of other stakeholders or external market conditions. By focusing on what you can control and letting go of the rest, you not only maintain your calm, but also position yourself to make the most effective decisions possible. Another powerful Stoic strategy for remaining calm in chaos is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness, as the Stoics understood it, is the ability to remain fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, without becoming overwhelmed by them. In the midst of chaos, mindfulness allows you to anchor yourself in the present, to take one step at a time, and to respond to the situation with intentionality rather than reactivity. This practice helps you to stay grounded, even when the world around you feels like it's falling apart. Mindfulness also involves being aware of the stories you tell yourself about the chaos. The Stoics taught that our perception of events is often more distressing than the events themselves. By becoming mindful of your thoughts, you can begin to question and reframe the narratives that amplify your stress. For example, instead of thinking, "This is a disaster, I can't handle this," you can shift your perspective to, "This is challenging, but I am capable of handling it one step at a time." This simple shift in mindset can drastically reduce your stress and help you maintain your calm. To deepen your practice of mindfulness, Consider incorporating daily rituals that bring you back to the present moment. This could be as simple as a morning meditation where you focus on your breath, grounding yourself for the day ahead. Throughout the day, take short pauses to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What thoughts are running through your mind? By regularly tuning into your internal state, you can catch the early signs of stress and chaos before they escalate, allowing you to recalibrate and respond with calmness. A third Stoic strategy is the practice of deep breathing. When faced with chaos, one of the first things that happens is our breath becomes shallow and rapid, fueling our stress response. The Stoics, although not specifically using the modern term deep breathing, understood the importance of controlling one's breath as a means to calm the mind. By consciously slowing down your breath, taking deep, deliberate breaths, you can signal to your body and mind that it's time to relax. This physical act of slowing down your breath has a direct impact on your mental state, helping you to regain your composure and think more clearly in the midst of chaos. Consider the following breathing exercise to practice during times of stress. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle several times until you feel your body relax and your mind clear. This technique, often referred to as box breathing, is a powerful way to interrupt the body's fight or flight response and restore a sense of calm. Another technique the Stoics use to maintain calm is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves mentally preparing yourself for potential challenges before they occur. By imagining the worst-case scenarios and how you would respond to them, you reduce the fear of the unknown and build confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. When chaos does strike, you are not caught off guard, but instead, you are mentally prepared to face it with calm and determination. Premeditatio malorum can be likened to mental training for resilience. For example, before entering a high-stakes negotiation, you might visualize all the ways the discussion could go wrong: unmet demands, aggressive counteroffers, or unexpected delays. By envisioning these scenarios, you prepare yourself emotionally and strategically, so if one of these challenges does arise, you're not thrown off course. Instead, you calmly address the issue with the plan you've already considered. This mental rehearsal strengthens your ability to stay composed in the face of adversity, as you've already lived through the potential challenges in your mind. This practice also involves accepting the possibility of setbacks or failures as a natural part of life. The Stoics believed that setbacks are not only inevitable, but necessary for growth. By accepting this reality, you can approach chaotic situations with a sense of equanimity, knowing that even if things don't go as planned, you have the resilience to adapt and move forward. This acceptance of life's uncertainties allows you to maintain your inner calm, even when external circumstances are chaotic. Another important Stoic strategy is the practice of focusing on the present moment. Chaos often arises from our concerns about the past or the future, regrets about what has already happened, or fears about what might happen. The Stoics taught that the only moment we truly have is the present, and that by focusing our attention on the here and now, we can free ourselves from the anxiety that comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you can navigate chaos with a calm and clear mind, making decisions based on the reality of the situation rather than on imagined fears. This focus on the present is closely linked to the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that even in the midst of chaos, there is always something to be grateful for. By shifting your focus from what is going wrong to what is still good in your life, you can find a sense of peace and contentment even in difficult times. Gratitude helps to anchor you in the present moment, reminding you that no matter how chaotic things may seem, there is always something to appreciate and hold on to. To cultivate gratitude in the face of chaos, consider starting or ending your day with a simple practice of reflecting on 3 things you are grateful for. These can be small or significant: a kind word from a colleague, a moment of calm in the morning, or the support of a loved one. By making gratitude a regular practice, you shift your focus away from the turmoil and towards the stability that still exists in your life, thereby reinforcing your sense of calm. Another Stoic technique for maintaining calm in chaos is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics were deeply introspective, regularly examining their thoughts, actions, and motives. In times of chaos, self-reflection can be a powerful tool for maintaining your inner calm. By taking a step back and reflecting on your emotional state, your reactions, and your intentions, you can gain insight into what is driving your stress and anxiety. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices about how to respond, rather than being driven by unconscious fears or impulses. Self-reflection also helps you to identify and challenge any irrational beliefs or assumptions that may be fueling your stress. The Stoics believed that many of our problems stem from faulty thinking, from assumptions and beliefs that do not accurately reflect reality. By examining your thoughts and questioning their validity, you can free yourself from the mental traps that contribute to chaos and find a path to greater clarity and calm. One method of self-reflection recommended by the Stoics is journaling. By writing down your thoughts and emotions, especially during chaotic times, you create a space for introspection. Journaling helps you to articulate your concerns, recognize patterns in your thinking, and explore possible solutions. It's a form of dialogue with yourself, where you can confront your fears, celebrate your strengths, and remind yourself of your values. Over time, this practice not only enhances your self-awareness, but also fortifies your ability to remain calm and centered, regardless of external circumstances. Another strategy the Stoics used to maintain calm in chaos is the practice of focusing on your values. In the midst of turmoil, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. The Stoics believed that by staying true to your core values, such as integrity, wisdom, and compassion, you can navigate chaos with a sense of purpose and direction. When you are clear about your values, you are less likely to be swayed by external pressures or to react impulsively in stressful situations. Instead, you can make decisions that are aligned with your principles, maintaining your inner peace even when the world around you is in turmoil. This focus on values also involves prioritizing what is most important. In chaotic situations, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks or demands competing for your attention. The Stoics taught that by focusing on what truly matters, what is aligned with your values and long-term goals, you can reduce the noise and stress that often accompany chaos. This prioritization helps you to stay focused and calm, knowing that you are dedicating your energy to what is most important, rather than being distracted by less significant concerns. To apply this in practice, consider making a list of your core values and refer to it regularly, especially during stressful times. Ask yourself, is this action aligned with my values? If the answer is no, it may be a sign to reconsider your approach. By letting your values guide your decisions, you ensure that you remain true to yourself, even in the most chaotic situations, thereby preserving your inner peace and integrity. Another Stoic technique for maintaining calm in chaos is the practice of acceptance. The Stoics believed that much of our suffering comes from resisting reality, wishing that things were different than they are. By practicing acceptance, you can release the need to control or change what cannot be controlled, allowing you to find peace in the midst of chaos. Acceptance does not mean passivity or giving up. Rather, it is about acknowledging the reality of the situation and choosing to respond to it with grace and wisdom. Acceptance also involves embracing the impermanence of all things. The Stoics taught that everything in life is transient, that both the good and the bad will eventually pass. By accepting the impermanence of all things, you can maintain your calm in chaos, knowing that the turmoil you are experiencing is temporary. This perspective allows you to face challenges with a sense of detachment and serenity, knowing that they too shall pass. Another powerful Stoic strategy is the practice of resilience. The Stoics believed that adversity is a natural part of life, and that true strength comes from facing challenges with courage and determination. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep moving forward even when the path is difficult. In times of chaos, resilience allows you to maintain your inner calm, knowing that you have the strength and the resources to overcome whatever challenges come your way. Resilience is also about maintaining hope in the face of adversity. The Stoics taught that even in the darkest of times, there is always the possibility of growth and renewal. By cultivating resilience, you can face chaos with a sense of optimism, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. This resilience is not about denying the difficulties of the situation, but about finding the strength to keep going, even when the road ahead is uncertain. To build resilience, consider adopting a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth. Reflect on past experiences where you faced adversity and emerged stronger. Use these experiences as evidence of your ability to overcome obstacles and remind yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This shift in perspective not only helps you remain calm during chaotic times, but also empowers you to approach challenges with confidence and determination. Finally, one of the most important Stoic strategies for maintaining calm in chaos is the practice of humility. The Stoics believed that humility is the recognition of our own limitations, our limitations in knowledge, in control, and in power. In times of chaos, humility allows you to acknowledge that you do not have all the answers, that you cannot control everything, and that it's okay to ask for help. This humility frees you from the pressure to have everything figured out and allows you to approach the situation with a sense of openness and curiosity. Humility also involves recognizing that we are all part of something larger than ourselves. The Stoics believed that each of us has a role to play in the greater whole, and that our individual actions contribute to the collective well-being. By embracing humility, you can maintain your calm in chaos, knowing that you are doing your part to the best of your ability, while also recognizing that the outcome is not entirely in your hands. This perspective allows you to find peace in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that you are part of a larger flow of life. Humility also encourages collaboration and connection. In chaotic situations, it's easy to feel isolated or overwhelmed by the weight of responsibility. However, by embracing humility, you recognize that you don't have to carry the burden alone. Reaching out to others for support, advice, or simply to share your experience not only lightens your load, but also fosters a sense of community and shared purpose. This collective strength can be a powerful source of calm, as you realize that you are not alone in navigating the challenges before you. As you integrate these Stoic strategies into your life, you will find that they not only help you to remain calm in chaos, but also to thrive in the face of adversity. By practicing detachment, mindfulness, deep breathing, premeditatio malorum, present moment awareness, gratitude, self-reflection, values-based decision-making, acceptance, resilience, and humility, you create a powerful toolkit for navigating life's challenges with grace and composure. These techniques are not just about surviving the storm, but about finding the eye of the storm, the place of calm and clarity from which you can lead yourself and others with wisdom and strength. The journey to mastering these Stoic strategies is ongoing, and it requires patience, practice, and dedication. But as you continue to cultivate these practices, you will find that you become more resilient, more centered, and more capable of maintaining your inner peace, no matter what chaos surrounds you. This is the true power of Stoic calmness, a calmness that is not dependent on external circumstances, but that comes from within, from the mastery of your own mind and heart. In the end, the ability to remain calm in chaos is one of the most valuable skills you can develop, both for yourself and for those around you. By embodying these Stoic principles, you not only enhance your own well-being, but also become a source of stability and strength for others. This calmness is a gift that you can give to the world, a gift that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace, wisdom, and an unwavering sense of peace. As you cultivate inner calm and resilience through the wisdom of Stoicism, learning to remain steady in the midst of chaos, another crucial aspect of maintaining your well-being and peace emerges: the influence of the people around you. Even as you develop strength and composure within, the company you keep can profoundly impact your ability to live a positive, fulfilling life. Just as you seek to surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, it is equally important to recognize and steer clear of those who may drain your energy, cloud your judgment, or disrupt your peace. The Stoics understood that the people we interact with daily have the power to shape our thoughts, emotions, and even our character. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently reminded himself of the types of individuals he might encounter and the importance of not allowing their negativity to influence his own state of mind. In the pursuit of a life grounded in virtue, wisdom, and tranquility, it becomes essential to identify the types of people who may pose a threat to your inner peace and steer clear of them. Imagine navigating your daily life with the calm and clarity you've worked so hard to cultivate, only to find that it's consistently disrupted by certain individuals. These are people who, whether through their actions, words, or mere presence, seem to bring a cloud of negativity with them wherever they go. They might be the ones who constantly complain, sow discord, or manipulate situations to their advantage. How do you maintain your serenity and continue to grow when surrounded by such influences? The Stoics warn us to be vigilant in recognizing these negative influences and to take steps to protect ourselves from their impact. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world or avoiding all challenging interactions. After all, life inevitably involves dealing with a variety of personalities. However, it does mean being mindful of the company you keep and the effects it has on your well-being. By understanding the types of negative people the Stoics caution against, you can make more informed choices about who you allow into your inner circle, thereby preserving your peace and fostering a more positive life. One type of person the Stoics warn us to avoid is the chronic complainer. These individuals seem to find fault in everything, constantly focusing on what's wrong rather than what's right. Their negativity can be infectious, pulling you into a cycle of dissatisfaction and frustration. Chronic complainers often thrive on misery, and their constant focus on the negative can drain your energy and dampen your spirits. The Stoics teach us that it is essential to cultivate gratitude and focus on what we can control, but chronic complainers do the opposite, leading you away from these positive practices. When you regularly interact with chronic complainers, it's easy to get caught up in their worldview, starting to see the world through a lens of negativity. Over time, this can erode your sense of contentment and make it difficult to maintain a positive outlook. Chronic complainers tend to magnify every small inconvenience into a major problem, making it seem as though life is filled with insurmountable obstacles. The Stoics would advise limiting your exposure to such individuals and instead seeking out those who focus on solutions rather than problems, who inspire gratitude rather than resentment. To counteract the influence of chronic complainers, practice actively shifting the conversation toward the positive. When someone begins to complain, acknowledge their feelings, but gently steer the conversation toward solutions or things to be grateful for. This not only helps protect your own mindset, but also encourages the other person to consider a more constructive perspective. Additionally, if the chronic complaining becomes overwhelming, it may be necessary to set boundaries or limit your interactions with that person to protect your own mental health. Another type of person to steer clear of is the manipulator. Manipulators are skilled at using others to achieve their own goals, often at the expense of those around them. They may flatter, deceive, or pressure you into doing things that serve their interests rather than your own. The Stoics valued integrity and honesty, and they recognized that manipulators are dangerous because they undermine these virtues. When you allow yourself to be influenced by a manipulator, you risk compromising your values and being led astray from your true path. Manipulators often prey on your emotions, using guilt, fear, or flattery to get what they want. They may disguise their intentions with charm or by feigning concern for your well-being, making it difficult to recognize their true motives. They might use phrases like, "If you really cared about me, you would," or "Only you can help me with this," to manipulate your emotions and push you into actions that benefit them more than they benefit you. The Stoics would encourage you to stay vigilant and to trust your instincts when something feels off in your interactions with others. Developing strong self-awareness and clarity about your own values and boundaries can help you resist the influence of manipulators. If you suspect someone is trying to manipulate you, take a step back and assess the situation with a clear, objective mind. Ask yourself whether their requests align with your own values and goals, or whether they are simply trying to use you to achieve their own ends. By maintaining a strong sense of self and adhering to your principles, you can protect yourself from being manipulated and ensure that your actions are aligned with your values. The Stoics also warn against the company of those who are perpetually angry or bitter. These individuals carry a deep-seated resentment that colors their interactions with the world. They may lash out at others, hold grudges, or constantly blame external circumstances for their problems. The Stoics believed that anger is a destructive emotion that clouds judgment and leads to poor decision-making. When you surround yourself with people who are consumed by anger, it becomes challenging to maintain your own sense of peace and rationality. Angry or bitter individuals can quickly escalate conflicts and create a toxic environment, whether in personal relationships or professional settings. Their negativity can seep into your own mindset, making it harder to remain calm and composed in challenging situations. They may see the world as a place filled with injustice and unfairness, and their constant focus on what's wrong can make it difficult to see any positives. The Stoics would advise distancing yourself from such individuals, focusing instead on cultivating relationships with those who practice patience, forgiveness, and understanding, qualities that support your own journey toward inner peace. To protect yourself from the influence of angry or bitter individuals, it's important to practice empathy without allowing their emotions to overwhelm you. Recognize that their anger or bitterness likely stems from their own unresolved issues, and that it's not your responsibility to fix or absorb their negativity. Setting clear emotional boundaries and choosing not to engage in or escalate their anger can help maintain your peace. If you must interact with such individuals, try to approach the situation with compassion while also maintaining a firm stance on your own boundaries. Another type of person to avoid is the pessimist. While it's natural to have moments of doubt or concern, perpetual pessimists see the worst in every situation and often assume that things will only get worse. Their negative outlook can be contagious, leading you to question your own optimism and to doubt the possibility of positive outcomes. The Stoics taught the importance of hope and the belief that we have the power to shape our destinies through our actions and attitudes. Pessimists, however, can undermine this belief, making it difficult to maintain the mindset necessary for growth and resilience. When you spend time with pessimists, their constant focus on potential failures and shortcomings can create a sense of hopelessness, sapping your motivation and making it harder to pursue your goals. Pessimists often view challenges as insurmountable and may discourage you from taking risks or pursuing new opportunities. The Stoics would advise surrounding yourself with individuals who encourage you to see possibilities rather than limitations, who inspire confidence rather than fear. By choosing to engage with those who share your belief in the potential for positive change, you reinforce your own resilience and ability to navigate life's challenges with grace. To counteract the influence of pessimists, it's helpful to consciously reaffirm your own beliefs in your ability to overcome challenges. Engage in practices that boost your confidence, such as reflecting on past successes or setting small, achievable goals. When interacting with pessimists, acknowledge their concerns, but also offer alternative perspectives that focus on potential solutions and positive outcomes. By maintaining your own optimistic mindset, you can prevent their negativity from undermining your confidence and determination. The Stoics also caution against spending too much time with those who are excessively materialistic or obsessed with status. These individuals place a high value on external wealth, possessions, and social standing, often to the detriment of more meaningful pursuits. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within, and that an excessive focus on material wealth or status can lead to anxiety, jealousy, and dissatisfaction. When you surround yourself with materialistic people, you may find yourself getting caught up in the same superficial pursuits, losing sight of what truly matters. Materialistic individuals may pressure you to conform to their values, encouraging you to prioritize wealth or status over integrity and personal growth. This can create a sense of competition or inadequacy, making it difficult to find contentment with what you have. They may constantly compare themselves to others, seeking validation through possessions or social status, and inadvertently push you to do the same. The Stoics would encourage you to seek out relationships with those who value simplicity, humility, and wisdom, as these qualities align with the pursuit of a meaningful and fulfilling life. To protect yourself from the influence of materialists, it's important to regularly reflect on your own values and priorities. Consider what truly brings you happiness and fulfillment, and remind yourself that these things are often unrelated to material wealth or social status. When interacting with materialistic individuals, resist the urge to compare yourself to them or to measure your worth by external standards. Instead, focus on cultivating inner wealth, qualities such as wisdom, compassion, and integrity that cannot be measured by material possessions. Another type of person the Stoics warn us to avoid is the gossip. Gossips thrive on spreading rumors, sharing others' secrets, and discussing people's personal lives in a negative light. Engaging in gossip not only harms those who are being talked about, but it also damages your own integrity and peace of mind. The Stoics valued honesty, discretion, and the pursuit of truth, and they recognized that gossip undermines these values by fostering distrust and negativity. When you participate in or tolerate gossip, you contribute to an environment of negativity and dishonesty, which can strain relationships and create unnecessary conflict. Gossips often seek to elevate themselves by tearing others down, and by engaging with them, you risk becoming complicit in their behavior. The Stoics would advise you to steer clear of those who engage in gossip and instead seek out individuals who value open, honest communication and who focus on constructive conversations. By doing so, you protect your own integrity and contribute to a more positive and supportive community. To avoid the influence of gossips, it's important to set clear boundaries in conversations. If someone begins to gossip, politely redirect the conversation or express your disinterest in participating. By modeling respectful and positive communication, you can influence the tone of your interactions and encourage others to do the same. Additionally, consider the long-term consequences of engaging in gossip. It can damage trust, harm your reputation, and create a toxic environment that is difficult to escape. Finally, the Stoics caution against those who lack self-control, particularly those who are prone to excess in their behaviors. Whether it's excessive drinking, reckless spending, or uncontrolled anger, these individuals often act impulsively without considering the consequences of their actions. The Stoics believed that self-control is essential for living a virtuous life, as it allows you to make thoughtful, deliberate choices rather than being driven by impulses or desires. When you associate with people who lack self-control, you may find yourself being drawn into their chaotic behavior, making it harder to maintain your own discipline and focus. Those who lack self-control can create instability in your life, whether through their unpredictable behavior or through the influence they have on your own actions. They may encourage you to engage in behaviors that go against your values or lead you into situations that jeopardize your well-being. The Stoics would advise you to distance yourself from such individuals, seeking instead the company of those who demonstrate discipline, responsibility, and thoughtfulness. By surrounding yourself with people who value self-control, you reinforce your own commitment to living a balanced and intentional life. To protect yourself from the influence of impulsive individuals, it's important to strengthen your own self-discipline and clarity about your goals. Practice mindfulness and reflection to ensure that your actions align with your long-term values, and avoid situations that may tempt you to act against your better judgment. When interacting with impulsive individuals, remain firm in your boundaries and avoid being swayed by their behavior or pressure to join them in their excesses. As you navigate your relationships and interactions with others, it's important to remember that the Stoics do not advocate for cutting people out of your life without careful consideration. Instead, they encourage you to be mindful of the impact that others have on your well-being and to make conscious choices about the company you keep. By being aware of the types of negative people who can disrupt your peace and progress, you can take steps to protect yourself and to cultivate relationships that support your growth and happiness. In some cases, it may not be possible or practical to completely avoid certain individuals, especially if they are family members, colleagues, or others with whom you have regular contact. In these situations, the Stoics would advise you to practice detachment, maintaining your own values and peace of mind, even when interacting with those who may have a negative influence. This might involve setting boundaries, limiting your exposure to their negativity, or finding ways to stay centered and grounded in their presence. The Stoics also remind us that while it's important to be aware of the influence others have on us, we must also take responsibility for our own actions and reactions. It's easy to blame others for the negativity they bring into our lives, but the Stoics teach that we have the power to choose how we respond to others. By practicing self-awareness and self-control, you can maintain your inner peace even in the presence of challenging individuals. Moreover, the Stoics encourage us to lead by example, demonstrating the qualities we wish to see in others. While it's important to protect yourself from negative influences, there may also be opportunities to positively influence those around you. By embodying Stoic virtues such as wisdom, integrity, and compassion, you can inspire others to reflect on their own behavior and perhaps make changes for the better. However, the key is to do so without expecting or forcing change, but rather by being a consistent and positive presence in their lives. As you continue on your Stoic journey, cultivating calmness, resilience, and inner peace, remember that the company you keep plays a significant role in your overall well-being. By being mindful of the types of negative people the Stoics warn us to steer clear of, chronic complainers, manipulators, angry or bitter individuals, pessimists, materialists, gossips, and those who lack self-control, you can protect your peace and foster a more positive, supportive environment for yourself. At the same time, seek out and nurture relationships with those who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who share your commitment to living a virtuous and meaningful life. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and encourage you, who share your values and support your goals. These relationships will not only enhance your own well-being, but will also contribute to a more positive and harmonious community. In the end, the Stoic approach to relationships is about balance, recognizing the influence others have on your life, while also taking responsibility for your own actions and choices. By being mindful of the people you allow into your inner circle, you can create a life that is rich with positivity, growth, and fulfillment, aligned with the principles of Stoicism and the pursuit of a virtuous life. This awareness of the types of negative people to avoid, combined with the positive relationships you cultivate, will serve as a foundation for your continued journey toward inner peace, resilience, and wisdom. By steering clear of those who bring negativity into your life and embracing those who bring light, you ensure that your path remains clear, your spirit strong, and your heart open to the possibilities of a life well lived. As you reflect on the journey we've taken together through the teachings of Stoicism, it's clear that the wisdom of the Stoics offers a timeless guide for living a life of resilience, purpose, and inner peace. We've explored how to cultivate a calm mind in the face of chaos, the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive influences, and the power of living in alignment with our values. But remember, the Stoic journey doesn't end here. It's a continuous process of growth, reflection, and application in our daily lives. The insights we've uncovered are not just theoretical concepts, but practical tools that you can start using right now. Each day presents new challenges and opportunities, and with the principles of Stoicism as your foundation, you can navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and strength. Whether you're striving to maintain your composure in a difficult situation, seeking to avoid the influence of negative individuals, or simply aiming to live a more intentional and fulfilling life, the teachings of Stoicism are here to support you every step of the way. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What resonated with you the most in this journey? Have you encountered any of the negative types of people we discussed? And how have you handled those situations? Leave a comment below to share your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you might have. Let's continue this conversation together. Your insights are just as valuable as the Stoic wisdom we've explored. And if you found value in this content and want to dive deeper into the world of Stoicism and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on all our latest content designed to inspire, empower, and guide you on your journey to living a life of purpose and resilience. Don't miss out. hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of like-minded individuals committed to living with intention and wisdom. Thank you for being part of this journey. Remember, the power to create a life of peace, strength and fulfillment lies within you. Keep reflecting, keep growing, and keep living with the calm and purpose that the Stoics have shown us. I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with you. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and keep striving for the best version of yourself.